are you guys?
We're you, dude!
You're metal, dude!
Dudes!
Deliberating. Deliberating. Deliberating.
Dogface.
Deliberating.
Dogface. I'm the dude.
1 minute, dude.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
You're a lying dogface pony soldier. You said you were, but now you gotta be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Who are you guys?
We're you, dude!
All right.
Number 57.
What's
Dude,
that mean in gematria? Is it going to be a good episode?
I think it means it'll be a flavorful show.
All right.
Might
Flavor
taste
Flav.
like steak.
Today's
Oh, man.
episode with riboflavin.
I've prepared a Diane Keaton film retrospective for us. We're going to go through her worst films in
Turns
order.
out it's all of them.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
we know our audience.
Mhm.
They're not going to watch these films. They'll just take our word for it. She had something going on with Woody Allen.
Oh, no way.
She was in The Godfather,
Right.
and she was in some movie about wives having a club where they didn't like their husbands or something to that effect. Never saw it.
Sage.
Terrible cover on that DVD.
Can you let Sage Kitty in?
Yeah, I definitely missed that one.
You think you could add some historical figures with AI technology to your favorite movies and let them be Easter eggs in the background?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. I don't know. Did Kubrick direct Diane Keaton?
I don't know if she's directable. She's just kind of one of those women. She just shows up and reads her lines.
I'm so bad
Right.
at pop culture.
Right.
I know who she is vaguely.
She's kind of an old white woman.
You guys,
Mhm.
bags. No, that was supposed to be for Sage.
So
No,
with AI technology, you can kind of direct your own films and animations now. Sora has brought Michael Jackson back to life. He, I think is his catchline phrase. He. So they put Michael Jackson in Jackass sketches, which were pretty funny for a while. But then scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and all the socials, seeing all of the reused Sora assets.
You're being naughty as shit.
Sora. I don't know what that means. Sounds like a character from a Disney movie.
Right.
But before we went live, we were talking about Robert the Bruce, and I was thinking of Popeye and how Popeye's legacy is going to be besmirched by all the people who've taken the Popeye character out of the public domain to kind of change his signature stuff. So maybe he doesn't like spinach so much. Maybe he's a different type of a character. And as that goes on, the current generation will have a different understanding of the Popeye character than those who grew up with the Popeye comics would have of him. The sort of rewriting of history in real time, being very confused by fan service. And now we have this new word, aura maxing. Have you heard this? Aura farming is the term where you have your favorite character showing off and looking really
It
cool.
sounds super gay, whatever it is. I don't know what,
Character energy.
but it sounds so. I'm just gonna say it straight out. It sounds so fucking gay.
It's kind of like your
Dude,
favorite
all
character
of the
photo
new
bombs.
Freaking kid slang sounds gayer than Harry Sisson in a dick tree. It's just
Jesus Christ.
extreme.
You see that kid's fucking all about endorsing fucking Newsom. You know, we're like 3 years away from fucking where they
Yeah.
should even be thinking about fucking campaigning. And this
I
little
keep
cunt's
telling
out there
people, man.
campaigning for fucking Newsom's piece of shit ass.
I keep
Like we
telling
don't
them.
need
They're going for that clown. Yes, everybody loves American Psycho.
Everybody knew it. He's honestly their only shot. They don't really have another standout person. Like Kamala Harris was a sacrificial lamb. Nobody ever thought that she
Right.
would ever make it on a national stage. She took like third in California during
Fifth.
the Democratic
She took
primary.
fifth in California.
Fifth in her state. Like
In her own state.
that's a sign of a loser bigger than shit. She was a sacrificial lamb that they put out just to try and throw more freaking white male guilt into the fucking mix.
They're like, no, honey, go ahead, have
vote for
another
her 'cause you
martini.
guys
You
are
only
white males
have
that
4
say
press
that.
conferences today.
So she can
Goddamn,
get totally
She had
sloshed.
like freaking like straight up stripper music at her fucking DNC fucking party. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me right
With
now?
actual hoes. Let's get Cardi B out here to twerk for the Harris campaign.
She might be available. I don't think
Not
Grimes would do it.
though.
Taylor Swift wouldn't do it. I guess Cardi B. She'd probably do it. Who is Bad Bunny, by the way? Do you guys have any
He's
idea?
a Puerto Rican
Puerto Rican?
artist.
Okay.
A week ago, I would have told you I don't know. Now I'm at least aware that he's going to be at the Super Bowl and he's a brown gay guy.
Yeah, that's about it, and it's fairly irritating to the point, or his music goes from fairly irritating to I'm going to physically assault the person that put this on.
Hail Keen, Hail Grant's Grimdy,
Grimdo.
Hail Red Cap Goblin. I love that name. Timony, Tunnel Mental.
These people haven't super chatted, so mispronouncing their names is a feature. But
yeah.
maybe the mispronunciation should happen after the super chat.
Right,
But it's sort of like
your
just
name
random.
correctly pronounced. That'll be a minimum of $2.
Stochastic terrorism from Ben, where you don't know if he's going to pronounce your name correctly or incorrectly
Right.
every time. Just have to throw some super chats out.
That
Let's
will
see.
happen.
So Turning Point USA is throwing their own Super Bowl halftime party.
Kapusa would do that. They're the type of people that celebrate Jesus.
By the
being
way,
there.
man, if Gavin Newsom's presidential campaign slogan isn't "Do you like Phil Collins?" we've missed out on a huge opportunity. We really have.
Genesis guy, right? Phil Collins.
He is, my God, he is the
I thought he was Kanye West backup singer.
right.
Well, we're way past the point where the Super Bowl is going to get someone like Michael W. Smith or Amy Grant to do the halftime show. So maybe they would do a Tapusa show, if asked nicely. Watch the devil part of the Gospel Music Association's Grammy Awards the other day. Had no idea who was there.
You watched what awards?
Nashville, Tennessee, the Gospel Music Association, the GMAs.
Oh, yeah, you tricked me.
Pronounced the
Damn
Grammy
it.
Awards. Yeah,
I feel like I've been fooled.
right.
Did you throw a gospel so I wouldn't understand it?
No, that's they did that on their own. They kind of obfuscate all of their artists and all of their studios. So it's all just that Nashville sound. And Michael Whitaker Smith, Witty Smitty, big guy. He once hosted the award show where he was Artist of the Year. So he hosted the show and then announced that he was Artist of the Year at his own award show. So that was pretty cool. That's important history that not a few people are aware of. It's just the splintering of cultures, and with Mr. Kirk wearing a white shirt that said freedom. Now that freedom shirt is merchandise, and if you wear that freedom shirt in public schools, you might be asked to change your shirt. So this weird place in culture where everything has pushed people back to Christianity. And
Stop
now
trying
people are like, we're on the
to-
winning side. But it feels weird that Jelly Roll is performing at the Dove Awards, the Christian Music Awards. Jelly Roll is on stage singing his Hard Rock Hallelujah
And Christian things too.
at the Dove Award. Yes. This is why it's so important that Jelly Roll is, I guess, a Christian award-winning artist now, who did a football game last year, 2 years ago, maybe a Thanksgiving game. I don't know. How are the Washington Redskins doing?
I see we got Uncle Fatty in the chat.
Are you dead naming the Washington Commanders, Marcus? That's terrible.
right?
You know, I still play
My
Tecmo
favorite
Super
is
Bowl.
that all the libtards pass around that meme where it's an Indian guy and he has a shirt on that says Caucasians, like it's a football shirt or something. They're like,
Yeah.
how would you like this? And all the white dudes are like, fuck yeah!
Right.
Like, like,
Could I pre-order 10, please? Is that
I swear
possible?
to God, when I'm on a show, everybody tries to fucking get a hold of me and fucking call me and shit.
They're trying to aura farm you because you are aura maxing and they can feel it.
Uncle Fatty's in the chat. I think he's pretty left wing.
Okay.
You want to come up and argue, Uncle Fatty? Your choice. He says, "Bro,
Oh.
the diaper dictator," which I'm assuming is Trump.
Might
Which is
be Rob
ironic
Knorr.
since the last
Wait,
president actually did poop his pants in front of the Pope.
That
He was a
the-
Pope pooper.
He was a Pope.
Wow.
pooper.
Yeah.
He played YMCA at his events. The gayest song. That is the gayest song ever.
And that is that, and yeah, like every
That is-
single one. He's got all these, hardcore family values Christians bumping and grinding at Mar-a-Lago to the village people.
And then he says herding cats. I don't know what that means exactly. I can imagine what the metaphor means, but I'm not sure.
No, it's what you're physically doing the entire show.
Oh, fuck yeah, I am. They
Yeah.
are just being assholes tonight. What is the deal with that? They're just naughty. And all three of mine are all trying to be right here,
Because it's
right
been
now.
shitty weather, dude. They don't want to go outside in that shit any more than anybody else does. They're all cooped up in the fucking house going, how can we get into trouble?
Have those kittens been baptized? Born into sin.
Right?
None of them were baptized at all. No,
You got to grab a
and
burlap sack for that, though. It makes the baptizing way easier.
Yeah, and they are evil cats. If you were going to make a case for something that's truly evil, cats are probably it.
They're up there, man. They're
Yeah,
up there.
murderous, naughty assholes, pretty much all the time.
Meow, nomine patri.
Dude, I wake up at night like the cats, because the cats all love me and they're fascinated by me. So in the middle of the night, like especially if it's like a full moon or something close to it, and I can see in my bedroom, no problem, because we live off grid. So when we turn off the lights, it's pitch black. But if the moon's up and it's bigger, it to us it's like a spotlight. And fucking I'm explaining that to the audience. Steve already knows this. He's lived here. It's like a spotlight. You can walk around at night. You can see across the yard when it's a full moon. And I'll wake up and there'll be like fucking 20 cats sitting in a circle around me and just staring at me. And it's like, the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck is even going on right now? Why
am I floating 4.5 inches above my mattress?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck
Light
is
as a
even
feather,
happening?
stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
That's a great line, Dingo. Biden remembered back to his childhood in the Catholic Church and shit himself subconsciously to deter the Pope. Not again, man. Not again.
This cat butt jewelry is real. Twinkle tush, I think they call it.
Right.
It's a real thing. Spend
And
a lot
I'll
of the week just
100%
researching
agree.
all these things.
I 100% agree that the YMCA thing, Tano Mental loves pussy. That's good. The YMCA thing, gay as all hell. but I will still take that over Uncle Sniffy. Like sniffing little kids, that's a step too far.
Right. Grandpa Grope Between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked
That
ice
was
cream.
weird.
Hey, I asked the stray kitten what his name was. He said Ralph, so I named him Larry. That's
There you
fucking
go.
hilarious.
Portland, is that the most nude city of all time ever?
I mean, they got like a strip bar every 15 feet for a whole like way too many blocks. A lot
What do
of
you
strip
need a
bars in
strip bar
Portland.
for? People are just roaming around naked anyways.
Right. Well, that's where the hot ones are.
Oh yeah.
So you
have to pay 'em.
pay to
The ones that are
see.
doing it voluntarily. Those are the naked people nobody wants to see. That's the haunt your dreams. I need eye bleach naked people, but the ones that you have to pay for.
From a media coverage perspective, to stand with your wang out, I don't think you're getting a lot of media coverage. And if the point of this is a protest tied into a No Kings
And if
thing,
you're going to be in public and have it out and you're not doing the helicopter, what are you even doing?
Right. Well, then it becomes like an actual sex crime, I think. If you're helicoptering it.
How could you have sex while you're doing the helicopter? That
No, a sex crime. But peeing in public can get you on the sex offender list.
That's such a stupid law.
Yeah.
so here's the thing. It's like, do you remember those movies when it was like, hey, let's go skinny dipping, and then they take their clothes away and they're like, oh, they try to get out of the water and they can't find their clothes anymore? These people are on the bridge, wangadoodles flip-flopping in the wind. It starts raining. All you got to do is just have people standing on both sides of the bridge to block them off and say, no. You guys got to keep protesting. You just
Right.
keep
Well, I mean, they
protest a
hung
little while
out for
longer.
several hours. They did. They had the see-through, hefty bag on.
Did they have a permit to do that?
I don't know. I'm not the Portland Permit Authority.
Or crimes
They were
committed?
protesting ICE, man. I don't know.
My buddy
In Portland,
posted a clip for
that's
it.
just something they do. I don't know if you have to file a permit for it.
My buddy posted a clip from it, and I went with the Norm Macdonald note to self: do not buy used bicycle seats from this protest.
Again, the people that have that market cornered, they put them in Ziploc bags and then, they sell them direct to their customers. But to buy a random bicycle seat, might not want to do that. And I'm not decided at this point what the purpose and the result of this protest was, but to see the footage, not on the news, but just on other platforms carrying it, it's like, well, maybe it's historical, maybe it's important, maybe it's like Woodstock. Maybe if you photograph in black and white, it's more artistic. I'm still kind of figuring out, well, what was accomplished. I did see some of these people were wearing those blow-up costumes where it's like they have some sort of air in them, and they're like kind of like a balloon marching around in these costumes.
I totally assumed it was furries. I saw that.
No, furries have more fur on. These were more like balloons,
Well, maybe
like
that
dinosaurs
was like
and frogs.
when it's rainy. Do you want to go out in a furry costume when it's rainy? And that's furry. Cutest, get out from in front of my damn camera. Stop doing that. It's absolutely nonsense. You're naughty.
Sports mascots during a rainy game would have to still dance in their outfit. I don't know if they made them waterproof. Kind of an interesting thing. And
Not
also,
something I've ever put a lot of thought into. I'm not sure that I want to.
do you think people manscaped and groomed X should, knowing that their face would be covered, but their bottoms would be exposed? So do you think they did some extra detailing down there? And in a culture that maybe already had their hair laser removed anyway, there's a new product from Kim Kardashian's people, the Skims company. Body
You're
hair.
on it tonight.
I'm a little bit on it tonight.
Full Loki mode.
Not full torqued, just approaching there. We're getting there. You know who Kim Kardashian is? She has a body figure, and she wears those Skims, those skin-colored
I know the
undergarments.
name, but I could not probably pick her out in the lineup.
You'd probably recognize her silhouette. She's got a body, and it's a body that people would recognize. It's got weird proportions to it.
Does she? What, like Ice-T's wife?
I haven't seen Ice-T's
Yeah,
wife.
yeah, Ice-T, the one from the cop shows.
Could be.
And you have the wife with the giant ass.
That is like a cartoon character feature, certainly.
Yeah.
So I saw this week that they were selling essentially Merkins hair on a thong.
The Merkin is back.
Yes. So
How long is it gonna be before like some chicks are like, I let my hair grow out like 1960s. That way I could shave it off and donate it to kids less.
For those who have had their hair laser removed, now you can buy this limited edition Skims thong Merkin. I didn't see any sort of like rainbow
thong
colors.
Merkin? So what? You like want a bunch of hair sticking out while you're wearing a thong?
I don't quite know the purpose of this, and I didn't inquire further. It's just something that I saw on a timeline. These timelines expose you to things you wouldn't normally see.
Guy wearing a tank top, just like just hair, just blah, blah, out the sides of the fucking thing.
I didn't see them on bodies. I just saw them standing alone as a work of art.
And did you just presume that they were meant to go with a G-string?
I bet you
Well,
It's on. That is the feature
Get
of
out on the camera. You guys are douchebags.
So this is just part of like, if you want to go to a protest and all your friends are naked, but you're not ready to be pantsless yet, maybe there's something you can buy that appears to be nude, but really it's not your hair. It's someone else's hair.
Oh, very tricky.
So you could still participate, but not be fully exposed.
So you could look like somebody put a strip of cloth down the middle of Steve's chin. Just like.
Yeah, are you referring to the Times Magazine cover of President Trump with what is being described only as a chin vagina? Like he was deflated? It's the cover of Time Magazine this month.
Does Time even does anybody produce magazines anymore?
Yeah, sorta.
At the newsstands, there are still magazines. Archie's Digest, lots of Archie comics.
Archie's is still around?
It's a very
Oh
popular
yeah,
thing. Mhm.
he's got the turkey warbler thing going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Grab 'em
people are
right in
kind
the
of
chin
upset about
turkey.
that. Yeah.
You're
How
being
dare
so
you
naughty.
portray our president like he's an geriatric with skin under his neck just flop. You know, maybe it's a turkey reference. Thanksgiving is approaching. And our president is thankful to still be alive. Has he sealed that peace deal?
So what's funny about that is that neither Israel or Hamas was a signatory on the peace deal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
The president of Turkey, the president of Egypt, the
Mhm.
Qatari emir, and I think that might be somebody else, but I think that's it.
That's
Breaking out the big guns now. Fuckers are getting fucking sprayed with the water fucking sprayer.
You gonna learn tonight, kitty cat.
Don't normally go to such harsh, drastic measures, but they're just being naughty tonight.
Twinkle Tush covers are going to come in handy tonight. If those cats have them, they will be blessed. Those cats that don't have them will feel
Yeah, this is like
a
the
cold.
opposite of holy water. This is like cuss water. Like one of my favorite packs. I'm a vegetarian, but I still appreciate the packaging. There's like this one meat company, and it's like humanely raised, verbally abused. Like, yeah, that sounds exactly like a farm.
Right.
You're out there just basically a string of cuss words. It then in the city it's hilarious because like you'll see somebody that's too rough, and then if they walk away, all the people that live in the city, they'd be like, "Yep, too long on the mountain." Like,
has anyone taken Popeye the Sailor Man and then just given him lines where they're all curse words?
why are we talking about Popeye exactly again?
Because he's in the public domain. He's in the public domain.
Anthony Cumia used to
Enter into
do
the public domain, like Winnie the
Blue
Pooh did or
Popeye.
something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it ties into artificial intelligence and figuring out what characters are allowed to have their faces be model trained. And Michael Jackson, no longer alive, but is living vicariously through prompt jockeys engineering him doing silly things. And those are all over social media this week.
Is he in the public domain now also?
No, I don't think that Michael Jackson is in the public domain whatsoever. I believe his work is still under copyright.
What is it, 25 years after their death or some shit? I can't remember.
It's 70 years after
70 years?
the death, if it's no longer renewed.
Y'all better back off. There you go. I tried warning you. Get it.
The guy in the wheelchair with the vocoder, the voice box, the science guy.
Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking has also been featured as AI, but he had 2 or 3 other versions, different actors playing him. The guy would have died, and then they kept him alive.
Yeah, he was the extraordinarily. What's up, Michael? He was like the extraordinarily longest lived.
They never solved his health problems, but they made a vocoder.
Oh, did you not see that, Ben?
I did not.
We played it on I think Slow News Day on Sunday.
Dude, dude, my dad's been here, and we had that backhoe, and then it was raining, and so like anytime it's not raining, we've been outside working, and I fucking probably cut up 4 cords of wood in the last 3 days and drug trees out the fucking woods and climbed mountains, and you know, I'm gonna be like 50 in like 2 weeks. Like, I'm not a young pup.
Right.
I'll catch up with all the social media stuff you need to know. It's nothing too exciting.
Like, dude, like it wasn't last night, but the night before, like 9:30, I fucking like face planted in bed. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So is this Jean-Michel Jarre?
This is Anima. ANYMA.
It's like Enema?
Like Enema.
What is that, a band? What is that? What is it?
He's a DJ,
Okay.
and this is at the pyramids, and it is just ritualistic symbolism the entire time, man.
DJing is still a thing in Africa?
California.
Press play on the laptop.
Laptop DJ.
Let the lights flicker.
It's not DJing, it's just playlisting.
Is that how Copperfield made the elephant disappear? Where did the pyramid go? It's gone.
Maybe. He made the pyramids disappear.
It's back again. What happened?
Wow, neat trick.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, so gets way weirder, and
Kill
this
the sound.
same artist has done like his
Tell the sound, Steve.
It's enough sound.
huh?
Tell the sound.
We got a 45
So keep playing it, but just tell
second
the
fair
sound.
use here.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
we were
great
talking over
music.
it the whole time too.
It's just
Yeah,
uns-
yeah.
uns-
Well, it was
uns-
very low. It just got louder when I said that. It got
But so
louder.
yeah, this thing showed up at the Sphere in Vegas too, where it was breaking the glass, and then
Is that a young President Biden on a robot body?
that is Terminator Joe Biden.
Terminator Joe Biden
He's
showing up in 3D,
He's sniffing the whole crowd right now.
he's
looking
sniffing
for
the
ice
entire
cream,
audience.
looking for new flavors of ice cream in Egypt.
Right. So that happened.
So what does the audience do? Just
He's not
stand there
very,
with their
he's
cell
not a
phones
very
out?
smart AI thing. You don't put your hands on broken glass like that. That's ridiculous.
Everyone's hands are getting real tired, and they're all standing so close together that they can't even put their hands down if they tried.
Right.
It's like a giant human sea anemone, like a carpet, where they're just like their arms are the fibers.
Right over the top of the pyramid, the freaking
Blue light show.
couple of different stars in there.
Is this how the Comet 3i Atlas appears?
Ladies and gentlemen, JD Vance, your vice president.
Okay. Some dreads on top.
Is that a dryad or something?
I guess.
I think you buy that stock from the Unreal Asset Store, where you can just purchase these 3D models. And you can purchase an animation set that they'll perform.
Don't stop. Get it. Get it.
It appears feminine, but it doesn't have boobs or anything.
That's why I suggested that it was JD Vance. Yeah. Yeah.
He does wear a lot of mascara. It's weird. It's weird how you can tell how horribly feminized the world is by the fact that the people that get held up as manly are like so lacking in anything manly. You're like, wow. Like JD Vance or like Andrew Wilson. Like
That seems to be the
yeah,
base,
he's good
though.
at talking down to little girls, but he can't open up a fucking olive jar. Like,
Right. Well, JD Vance having his stipples and his beard just sort of like painted on makeup style, where it's just painted on 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
like I barely comb my beard, and that's mostly just because Matcha fucking lays in it and fucking makes it into knots all night. She lays and she'll bury her head under here and nudge, and then she'll wrap her hands around and sit there and do this. She owns my beard.
Teach her how to comb it.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah, but that was weird.
When was the pyramid event? When did that happen? I thought it was just old John Michael Jarre.
Jeffrey's in fucking Japan right now, or else he probably could have fucking told us about it, but he's in Japan.
The Egyptian Board of Tourism built a new city, a new museum. They had a grand sort of parade to move their capital in Egypt, and now they're just bringing in more tourism. I think it's probably too hot in the Middle Eastern area, but Egypt is far enough away where it's probably okay to bring in DJs. But no one wants to go to DJ raves in that one country with those one people that happened that one time on that date on the calendar.
I kind of thought the era of the DJ was kind of over.
No, man. As long as there are still homos in Europe, there will be a techno dance party scene.
Das und?
Untis, ja.
Oh fuck.
We make with the lederhosen and go to the club, yeah.
Oh, where do we? Yeah, do you have your tickets? Yeah. Oh, in my fanny pack. Yeah, yeah.
What's the instrument they play at the Oktoberfest? Is it a Wurlitzer, a hurdy-gurdy that's spinning around?
Oh yeah, I think that is a Wurlitzer.
Monkey jumps out of a box.
Well, that's a hand crank organ, aren't they all?
Aren't they all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on the menu in Portland? Can I go to a restaurant and get a hand crank organ under the table?
You can definitely go to a couple of different massage parlors for that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can probably
Well,
go to half of those strip
you
clubs
can't
too,
get a
man.
Coke or a Pepsi in Portland, but you could definitely get a hand cranking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they won't allow like Coke or Pepsi or something like that.
They have
They-
135 different microbreweries, though.
Yeah, they will absolutely serve you a Royal Canadian Cola though.
You can
Small batch
you
cola.
get the fruitiest, gayest IPA on the planet, and
Yeah,
it'll probably be like 11.5% too.
fuck yeah.
Freaking
Oh man, I owned a
pouring
beer-
your roofie from the tap.
I owned a beer bar, and when I hated going and doing because the different beer companies would set you up, and you'd have to do samplings.
Oh
And they try and talk you into fucking carrying their beer. I hated those days because 90% of them fucking micro brews and IPAs and all that shit, you're just like,
right.
why
didn't
did you have
expect
to
it to
put
be
that in my
chewy.
mouth?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Why is my beer chewy? That doesn't make any sense. Why does it smell like you dunked potpourri in it and then took a piss in it? That's not right.
fucking gross.
They're
I've been
like
to
fucking.
Germany. I know what good beer tastes like.
They're like. Do you remember when Chappelle did Samuel Jackson beer? Where he was like, bitch, it'll get you drunk.
Bring your
Yeah,
own cheese
you
glass.
know,
Filter your own beers.
it's a level above prison hooch.
Good motherfucking choice, motherfuckers.
Develop a taste. What is it? The profile of the drink, and you get your own sort of ideas about
Well,
what things are. So you can have a
You're like,
preference.
oh, it's
You brew
fucking
it in a
washrag
toilet.
and potpourri.
when you let it age in a stainless steel toilet for
Mhm.
4 months, it gives it a certain je ne sais quoi.
Isn't that kind of what a beer cask is anyway? At a brewery, it's all stainless steel. Yeah, it's fucking. They're making fucking hooch in there, man. Making Pruno.
I don't think the young people are drinking much. I don't think they're going out to these microbreweries.
No,
No,
well,
that's
nobody
really
can afford to
going
go out anymore. It's like, fuck, dude, it's my whole paycheck just to buy 2 bags of groceries. I can't, why would I go out? Oh, what? It's fucking $11 beer night? Great,
No, we are in a severe depression, and they just don't talk about it. They've got such a fucking crazed news cycle that they can get away without talking about it, but we are absolutely in a depression.
They
Only,
closed.
only people that have
Alligator
money
Alcatraz.
are single dudes, and we know why they have money. And fucking they have fucking disposable money that they throw at people like fucking Andrew Tate or Wes Watson or Andrew Wilson, and hope that somebody that they think is manly. Which once again, when those are the examples, you're like, fuck me. We've really fucking fucked up. Hey,
Yeah.
Thinking of those Bitcoin prices, watching the chart Thursday to Friday, and seeing that there was a flash crash.
has anybody checked the fucking air in the tires? Marcus cannot help but do a left-hand turn every time he opens his mouth tonight. Like
I learned about non sequiturs.
you did.
You just learned. Okay.
Yes,
Just learned.
just learned
You
about.
just thought you'd test it out, see how it worked for you.
I wanted
Well,
to get it all out of me. Just work it out a little bit. Figure out just the amount of non sequitur pressure to apply at the
I will
right
say
time.
absolutely nothing that had anything to do with anything that has been said before tonight.
I'm preparing for.
So I noticed the
like
cranberries
this.
don't do well in Florida.
It all makes sense though in my mind. Like I can see all the dots, and then I make the connections, and I forget to tell you that they're there. That's all
Yeah,
right.
no, at least fucking grab the piece of red string and, attach
Yeah.
it to
Yeah, we
whatever.
need a
Or
point A before you give us point B because we don't know. And
It's not a fucking
started
Tarantino
us out
movie.
on point
I'm-
D.
I'm practicing my Kabbalistic mysticism, where the red string in Kabbalah represents something, and I saw Tucker Carlson was talking about that a little bit.
Hey, now that was a rubber band from a newspaper that his dad gave him.
No, I think it
That
was a
didn't
red thread.
disintegrate over the course of his life. It just turned into what appeared to be string.
I think it was a red string worn by Madonna herself.
You want Bubba? Are you trying to chat in the chat, Bubba?
Does Bubba have a computer?
No, my phone's open because I can't see the chat. I don't know why when we're on Steve's, I can't see the chat on the side, and I have no idea why.
Weird.
It's weird. Yeah, let me see a studio chat, but it doesn't even give me an option to see the chat. So if I want to at least see my chat, I have to open it up on my phone. And then
That's
yeah.
it. There's some Rumble chats that I don't think we want to put on the screen.
Oh, we got to thank our new members. I know of at least two. Billing Tano has gotten a membership. Thank you very much, Billing. You fucking stud. And Tiny Loose got a membership, but it's not updating, so I don't know if more people did or not. But thank you very much, Tiny Loose.
And maybe it's Luce.
Luce? That could be
Luce.
Luce.
Let us know how to pronounce that.
Let us know. And they just opened up a new feature where I can do voice responses to the comments and stuff. So,
Wow.
take her easy, Tunnel Metal.
Enjoy Tunnel Metal.
Going to the club.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him no more. Is he a DJ? He said he was going to a club. Maybe he's got a gig.
He did say he still DJs sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. Let that beat drop.
Bubba has not realized that he is fucking giant. He's bigger than all the pit bulls. And he wants to lay in my lap still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's a rescue dog.
Sounds about right.
Has Bubba had a weigh-in?
No, we haven't weighed him.
Is he sensitive about his weight?
No.
But he's sensitive about correction.
He don't like getting punished though. He's definitely sensitive about that. But we looked up, we found out what breed he is, and we looked it up, and it says straight out in there that that's the way they are. He's very emotional and sensitive.
What is he?
A Barack Saint Germain, which is
You
wild.
don't call him Obama?
No, like yeah, right. No, the Saint Germain part is crazy.
I mean, he is like half white and half black.
I follow Saint Germain quite a bit. Like I've got basically most of the books that have ever been written about Saint Germain. What's up? Oh yeah, it's been pouring here, and it's so miserable because my dad came, and I told him this is about the nicest time of year. This is when it's only like 70 degrees out, and it doesn't rain. We usually get the most work done in October. It's just wonderful in where we live in October. And before, like 4 days before Dad showed up, it started pouring rain, and it even poured rain like a week before that. We're like, what the fuck? And because the thing is in California at the end of October, very end or beginning of November is when we can expect fires that are good enough or rain good enough to put out a fire. And because wildfire season is a thing here, and September, October is wildfire season like mad. And so this year by September, we were getting full on just smashed. Our ground is nothing but mud out there.
Yeah.
Dad didn't get a track hoe.
Is it all washing away?
Thankfully, I was ahead on wood this year.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. No. Like I said, I mean, it came down yesterday real good, flooded out, parts of the county and stuff like that. But that's also because every single drain and culvert got immediately clogged up as soon as there was, an inch of water to carry it.
It's one of the things I have my dad do with the backhoe is go clear all the culverts around. Yep.
Oh,
I knew that. Yeah, I was like, that's like number one on the list is clear. We need all our culverts cleared. That one year that it blizzarded up here real bad, and it was like a real blizzard, like a Midwestern blizzard. And then that took and brought so much debris down the mountain. And Christy and Brian and I were out there probably 20 hours clearing culverts during the storm. And Christy was probably out there like 10. And just trying to clear those culverts because our roads were just getting wrecked. Can you go put up the birds, baby? Oh, you already did that? Thank you, baby.
Can I have the spray bottle?
There's a video of a guy who takes a chain and attaches it to a tire and uses an old rubber tire to pull it through a culvert.
I've seen that. Pretty cool.
Tires laying around.
You really have to have the chain already like waiting in there for that to be effective, I think. Like that would be something you'd have to preemptively do is just get a bunch of chains for your culverts. And the problem for us is that these culverts are old as shit. And everything around here has been super abused by the growers during the green rush. And there's a grant that's going to come fix all that we're waiting on. So all of our culverts are getting replaced and fixed because they want the water flows fixed. So because they've got in Northern California, one of the big projects that they've been working on for a number of years is getting the salmon to come back up fucking all these small streams in the Eel River.
But they won't go plant red cedar along all the fucking riverbanks.
Right.
Like that's like step one if you want to do it, turn it into the kind of fucking area that's going to attract them.
Yeah. Well, the Eel's one of the rivers that they really want it to come back up. So they and our shit goes right into the Eel. So they're and our mountain was one of the worst affected by the green rush. So they're coming in, and that's what all the fines were supposed to be for, is fixing the damage that the growers left behind. So they're replacing all of our culverts.
That would be nice.
It'll be nice, but we're trying to limp it along for now. So I had Dad dig them all out with the backhoe. That was real nice of him.
Do you bring in gravel to pack it back down?
No, we got to deal with that. He talked about he wants to come back in the spring. He talked about maybe getting a dump trailer, and my truck will easy haul gravel up and down the mountain.
Do you have river rock you can crush up?
The gravel is pretty cheap actually. If you go to the gravel pit and get it, it's getting it hauled to your house that costs a fucking fortune.
To move
and I've got a truck that'll do that no problem. Like my truck, the engine in my truck, they literally put in actual big trucks. And I got a 6-speed manual transmission with a towing clutch. So, and the rear end's brand new, and I changed it to 410 gears instead of 373s. So it's a lower range gear set. So I lost top end, but gained a ton of torque on the bottom end.
You're not really taking that on the freeway though, right?
Oh, it still gets 7. It still goes to 70. It's a 6-speed, so it still gets up to 70, no problem. And honestly, anything above 70, that truck gets squirrely.
Yeah.
What are the freeways like? Are people obeying the speed limits and going slow and enjoying the ride?
No.
Not up there. Not up there. And like half the time not down here, but they fucking changed the way the targeting and ticketing system for people violating the HOV lane goes. So now it's just an empty HOV lane every morning and then mass traffic packed into the other lanes. And there are all kinds of unmarked vehicles on the 101 right now. Plus, every other car is a snitch mobile because it's a Tesla or it's some other electric car. There's 30 cameras on it.
Yeah, I'm up like half the population doesn't even have cars. Like, we're like half homeless up here. They don't really have cars too much.
Right.
And half these people in the mountain don't have a car that they can drive out of the mountains. Like their car's just for driving around in the mountains.
Yep.
They even sell them on fucking Craigslist like that. It's just a mountain truck. Well, I don't have a title to it.
Well, Minnesota has all
He's a
kinds
runner,
of
though.
farm trucks. Not a lot of changes in elevation on the farms. You got mountain trucks. They'll go up and down the mountain. Do they have a parking brake that's set pretty well?
Usually. Although I don't ever trust my parking brake. Our fucking hills or our fucking roads are too steep. I got blocks laying around my driveway. Anytime we park, I throw it in reverse and throw blocks behind the wheel, or else I don't trust it.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, even in Boulder Creek, you wouldn't show up to a job site without tire chalk. It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. There's you're just asking for a vehicle to fucking get. I've even seen it with Brian's side by side one time. He didn't have the parking brake didn't hold, and he rolled down into the chicken coop. And Christy with the 4-wheeler one time didn't put the parking brake on well enough, and that rolled down the mountain and into somebody's truck, like a friend of hers.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Or not unsetting the parking brake when you try to drive it. It's like, oh, why does the parking brake is on. Let's turn that off before we try to move it.
Although if you have a 2-wheel drive vehicle and you push your parking brake about halfway in, you just gave yourself poor man's 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
If you need it in a pinch to get out of a weird spot, it works. Wouldn't recommend it, in case of, it's in case of emergency only, but.
I am a poor man, but fortunately I have actual 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
and do absolutely need it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I was trying to tell them that at the Third Eye Carnival in Tennessee when we got fucking days of biblical rain and potential tornadoes and stuff like that. Like, dude, just, because there are a bunch of 2-wheel drive vehicles. Pop that parking brake about halfway down.
Dude, at Hurricane Fest in North Carolina during Hurricane Helene, I'm the only one who got to the actual festival grounds. I'm like there was fallen trees and shit and everything else. My truck's giant. And out here you have to be able to drive over shit. There's rocks that'll fucking wipe out the undersides of 90% of the vehicles. And so fucking I just
it did feel like a Wacky Races cartoon at some point where we were like just trying to get there, and other caravans were also trying to get there and sharing their locations and saying, all of these roads are closed. I don't know if the I-40 has been repaired and open through Asheville area.
I think they were talking, last I heard was like 2027. Like the road disappeared. It's not like they can just repair it. Like that road was gone.
They just reopened that stretch of 101 south of Big Sur. The washed out, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. Like that takes a long time when you got to completely rebuild the entire bottom structure all the way up and stabilize it and all that shit.
And now you have to do it to 2025 standards instead of 1955 standards.
100%. People don't understand that. People that don't work construction, they don't realize that that's the standards and regulations is what fucks up construction. Like we can't construct things like we did 100 years ago because of regulations.
Yep.
Like the shit that they were back then, they were just about getting the job done. They were paying people extremely little. People didn't live like even the poorest people today live like kings compared to the people that your wealthy people in the early 1900s. Like, you're eating whatever kind of food from wherever in the world and sitting in your fucking air conditioning and heat and fucking and watching cable TV and playing on the internet. And like this was not things that your average person was able to do, or even wealthy people were able to do. People lived hard lives. And they worked cheap. They just like to eat and have a roof over their head and some heat.
Have a road to drive on before everyone had cars.
Not have to put on 3 layers of clothes just to go out back to take a shit in the middle of the night.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk and his boring company hasn't solved the traffic in the cities by putting tunnels underground.
He actually is. There is a tunnel going in north of where Steve's talking about, where there was another collapse on the 101. The 101 in the last couple of years had some pretty major collapses on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's washing out completely in Sonoma too, up by Bodega Bay.
Yeah, a lot of collapses on the 101. And he's supposedly putting in a tunnel system to bypass all that shit.
Because the high speed rail to nowhere never went through, even though they burn out all the fucking areas where the proposed high speed rail project was supposed to go through.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And that Gavin Newsom that they're even going to try and push that guy on the main stage. It's just so gross. Like, the California politics is so horrifying. Like, right now they're hardcore pushing through. They aren't even pretending like it's not a gerrymandering. Like, they're just like they don't already have overwhelmingly all the power in the state. They're like, yeah, well, we need more. What's up, Kareem? They're like, yeah, we need more power. You're like, are you kidding me? The only setback that they're having right now is, have you seen the fucking chick that they got that's for the lead for the governor? Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare that lady is. And all the videos that came out about her, you're like, woo, she's
What's her name?
Mashed potatoes fresh off the stove.
Yeah.
Dang, lady.
What's her name, Steve?
Katie Porter.
Katie Porter. So there's one video with her where she's on an interview or something, and it's like a Zoom call, and she gets some technical information wrong, and her assistant does her job and pops in to, say, hey, little mistake, and which is what she's supposed to do. And this lady goes unglued. You're in my fucking shot. Get out of my fucking shot. Like, just comes unglued on her. And then when she tells her the thing, she's like, oh,
you were still in my shot.
You were still in my shot earlier. Like, fucking just psycho. And then she was on some other interview, and fucking the lady has asked she had a list of questions for every candidate and the idea is see how each candidate answers each question. And this chick was fucking just crazy. I don't want to have a negative. I don't want this to be a negative. I don't want to answer.
You're going to ask follow-ups. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
The reporter's like, that's my job.
Yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do, you crazy batshit broad.
She looks British for some reason.
She goes, I'm a leader. I don't need. And she's like, does that mean you don't answer questions? Like, what the fuck? Wow.
Yale University and Harvard Law graduate Katie Porter, porter.house.gov. All right.
Like, this lady is just full on unhinged. Full on unhinged.
That might not be a real web page. The porter.house.gov thing. It's in
Dude, this chick thinks that she's coming off well. Actually, and it's crazy because there's a Republican in the lead right now for governor of California because of this lady. Like, and 3 months ago, she was winning by a landslide, and now she's losing by a landslide.
she looked at that reporter chick and was like, I don't care. And that's going to be clipped and used as every single commercial. Porterhouse steak.
She looks like she'd be happier as a
Good one,
choir
Ryan.
teacher. She just needs a chorale to sing, and she can orchestrate.
Look, and the chick couldn't look like more of a Karen. Her name, that's all you can think while you're looking at her. You're like, oh God, you are a psycho. You are ready to scream at somebody. You are looking for the manager. And,
She has them crazy eyes, man. And yeah, we found out in the divorce, her husband filed for divorce.
Right. Which is an odd thing. Like 80% of divorces are filed by the women.
And he cited physical abuse as the primary reason for divorcing her, because she fucking grabbed a pot of boiling fucking mashed potatoes, right, as you're just fucking off the stove, and like threw it at him.
Wow.
In an argument.
Foreplay?
I guess not, because he filed divorce over it.
Okay. All right.
But yeah.
Could have been bluffing with her muffin. I don't know.
Off the stove, fucking hot as shit, and fucking hit him with it.
Huh.
Like, you know, that dude just had to be like, and you know that's not like the first incident, right?
No, it doesn't jump right to throwing.
I'm grabbing a
scalding
cauldron and
material
hitting
on
you with
somebody's face. That's not the first thing. There was a buildup.
Yeah, there's a progression of violence. Well, fucking, people don't even get dishes thrown at them like the first time.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
What side of the island is she sitting
there
on?
needs to be a recognition of this kind of shit, but there's not. We live in such a fucked up, weird society where women can do whatever, and dudes, like, honestly, that dude should have dropped her like a man, like just jaw jacked her. Like, you literally threw scalding material onto my face that was gonna stick on my face. It's not like that's just gonna like bounce off or something. It's gonna sit there and blister my whole fucking face. Are you kidding me, lady? We in a real fight now. Like, I am gonna beat your ass. Are you kidding me? And we're in some weird world where that's the dude would then be at fault. You're like, I don't care who you are. You do that kind of shit to somebody, to expect an ass whooping for it.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's crazy work, as the kids say.
Batman movie sort of politician.
And I mean, it's been like that for a long time. It's like somewhere in the 80s, which both sides are wrong. You know, I'm not saying either of these sides are right, but in the 80s, you got guys like Sean Connery, like, sometimes you just need to slap a woman. Like, they just talk a little crazy and you just got to give them the old crack. You're like, no, you don't. That's fucking weird. Keep your hands to yourself, dude. Like, and then fucking, then all of a sudden in the 90s, it was perfectly acceptable for women to hit men and men can't fucking smack back. You're like, yo, keep your hands to yourself. Like, where is that? Somewhere along the lines, we need to move to don't hit other people.
Well, if she is a porterhouse steak, a little slap in her back would tenderize the muscles a little bit. Might be good for her to loosen up that way. What they want to do in the bedroom is up to them. You know, don't yuck their yum and no kink shaming, that sort of thing. But
boy, and with nobody out of the Brown Newsom, what's the other name? Of course, Steve had to disappear when this is his wheelhouse.
Newsom competitors?
The guy that was the governor before Newsom. It's a family, and that family has ran California politics for fucking ever.
The Disney family?
No, it's Newsom, Brown, and
Leibowitz.
Fuck, he was the governor before Newsom. Jerry. Mm,
Jerry
I can't remember
Brown.
his name.
Jerry Brown.
You went Max Headroom on me.
Jerry Brown, 1975 to 83 and 2011 to 2019 governor.
Yeah, Jerry Brown. Oh, it's Brown, Pelosi, and Newsom.
Okay.
Like, just gross. And they've ran California politics, but now they don't. They ran out of figures for that from that family. So now they've got to lead in with
Well, Gavin
Yeah.
Newsom's first wife was Jerry Brown's daughter,
right.
so he had married into that.
Yeah. So this is like a government cartel, but they've run out of figures and they want Newsom to go to the presidential stage. And so they've run out of figures. So now they had to lean back on some other figure. And this chick was the one. And oh, it's all bad. It's all bad. Like they picked one of the, you guys remember the pussy hat? Like we're nasty girls, like just unapologetically shit-headed fucking women. Like this chick was one of those, like a Hillary Clinton nasty girl, just no decency to her whatsoever.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Jerry Brown was governor again right before Gavin Newsom got elected, and then it was Schwarzenegger before him.
How is
Who basically
Schwarzenegger doing?
sold California out to China.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still in movies?
Arnold?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I sure hope not. The last I heard of Schwarzenegger was in 2020 when he was like, fuck your freedom.
Yeah, screw your freedom.
Expendables.
Like, oh, you don't sound at all like your Nazi father at all.
I'm treating your freedom like she was my maid. Screw your freedom.
There's a guy named Bovino out of
Your
Chicago.
freedom gets no child support.
Have you heard of Gregory Bovino, the local Gruppenführer in charge of all ICE operations in the Chicago area? This guy's walking around with a trench coat on.
Nice. Nice.
Great for photo ops.
I just oiled up my fucking coat.
He needs to get one next to Christy Nome where she's dressed like Natasha.
Yeah.
Right?
Rocky
Oh
and
my God.
Bullwinkle.
You know what? If you were from anybody that was from South Dakota too, it could have told you what was coming with that cunt.
Right?
Like she is not. She sold herself down the river. If she wasn't able to get a spot on the federal level, she was done with South Dakota politics. Like they wouldn't fucking vote her in to be janitor. She literally vetoed the public vote numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
Like the public, like hemp, the public overwhelmingly voted hemp in, like 80% or something like that, which in a vote is crazy. And she vetoed that shit. She's like, my officers won't be able to tell the difference between cannabis and hemp, and this is just going to leave us open for more cannabis. And like, fuck you, bitch. Then train your fucking pigs.
Right.
Like you don't get to decide.
Like we're actually not about to train the people who work here. That's ridiculous.
I was hoping we get a new Police Academy movie out of this.
With Christy Nome.
Well, Steve Gutenberg's
Sure.
house did burn down, so I mean, he might need some money.
Right?
He could go on as an assistant to the director, or what do they call it? A consultant. He could assess some consulting fees.
For the Chinese businessmen buying up all of Malibu.
Well, we could have Chinese police
Or
officers.
maybe
in Police
Blackstone.
Academy 12.
Right? It'll just be the drone security forces for the corporations.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So to
Or it'll
solve
just
that
be all AI
problem,
actors.
we said
right?
it in 1999.
Okay.
What the hell movie was that where they did that? Oh, wasn't the first one? Oh, and they're remaking that. Running Man was the first
Running
movie
Man.
I remember seeing that in, where they AI'd somebody else's face over somebody else, and they're like, you know, and he's like, well, what about and that was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and he's like, what about the winners? And then they showed how they AI'd that whole thing, and then people were actually dead right there and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Valley? Oh, good. I'm glad you put that up. That's so much easier than looking
There
at
it is.
phone screen keeps going black.
We can all behave ourselves in chat now that we're on the video as well.
I had some dabs before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Need an hour.
I am personally. What's up, Cammy Odell?
Hello, Cammy.
We love Cammy. Gray Armenian Duke something.
You guys can repeat your chat comments again.
Right? All of them. Starting from an hour and 10
just the
minutes
best
ago.
ones. Yeah, just the best ones. Put it on a replay loop. I saw that they were remaking the Deathstalker movie.
Okay.
And then I realized that they would take out all the best bits of the original Deathstalker. It was a trilogy of films. The Sorcery and Sandals film, where it was sort of a big, strong guy, and he would take women and, you know, throw them around, and all the fun of the fitness influencers playing roles in the Deathstalker movie. Well, now it's current year, so I don't know that it's going to maintain that level of midnight movie madness. So I haven't seen it yet. I, again, don't know why they're remaking these movies. The promise of AI technology, though, means that we can take movies we like and then add some more to them. There are a lot of fans who will re-edit movies and try and make them better. A lot of the Star Wars movies have been fan edited. Spider-Man, the movies, DC, Marvel, all those superhero movies have been re-edited by fans to improve them in some way, according to the fans.
Marcus and I were on Flow Stage channel the other night after a debate, and they were showing a video that was made by I think OTW, and that was wildly good. Like, this shit was crazy good, and it had like different people's faces, like Powder Dusty's face and shit on like different characters and shit. It was so good looking. I don't know what program that is.
That's a skill set to create the graphics and the moving images. That's a huge skill set. We do have some of these free toys to play around with, but those who are professionally trained and have put in the time to do that work can continue to do that work and will turn out much better results. So the AI face swap thing, where it's like upload a picture, upload a video. Well, you know, they have to animate. There's a lot of ways we can do it fast and cheap, or you can do it a little bit better. And with was it Jurassic Park, where the effects were really cool with the dinosaurs? Like, well, okay, people like that, but we can spend less and people will still watch the dinosaur movie. The dinosaurs don't have to look better in the next movie. They just have to be part of the franchise.
I seen on some podcast they were talking about some animated AI that had just come out just like in the last couple weeks that's wildly good. And everybody's liking it. What say it again?
Sora.
Yes, that's it. That's the one.
So you'll see a gray Sora water stamp just appearing across the video. There's already software that will remove that. It's not difficult to remove the water stamp.
By the pussy.
The watermark.
I do grab a lot of pussy. I throw that shit around like it's fucking.
Bit of a jungle gym in there tonight.
Oh man, I don't know what the cats are so naughty about tonight.
Telling you,
like
All
4
the
days.
fucking rain, dude. They're going stir crazy.
It's not raining here tonight. It was actually this afternoon was nice, and they're just all in here just being jerks.
All right.
You hear that? That's them.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Knocking
Yeah.
stuff over.
sounds about right.
It's atmospheric sound.
None of the dogs are gonna go regulate. They're all scared.
Yeah. Gray Kitty. You should see Gray Kitty put Bubba on the runs. She'll have him running and hiding under my chair fierce.
It's a bit of a theater of the mind. Our viewers feel like they're right there with you while they're
Yeah,
sitting,
I was talking shit
sitting
about
on the
you.
couch on a Tuesday night on the Dog Face Dudes show. All the kibbles that have been knocked behind the bookshelf.
I see Rob Norris putting up a clip with some very disingenuous headlines on it.
Mr. Noir. No mystery in that man.
Rob Arnar! Arnar!
Normal American.
I did put some thought into it. Obviously, after any exchange like that, you got to review it with an honest opinion, with an honest eye. You got to review your weak spots and things like that, and try and work through them. And what I should have brought up when he was trying that Ben Carson line with me, I should have brought up fucking Heisenberg, and that forever he'll be known as the father of the atomic bomb. And had that not been militarized, he would have been known as the father of clean energy, of the most lasting clean energy in the world, and which would be a good thing. And even he himself said that I will forever be known as a monster, because that's now his heritage. And he wasn't a bad guy. He was a good guy, and he had good intentions, but his legacy is horrible. And it really had nothing to do with him. Imagine, oh God, yeah, there's so many kibbles behind that bookcase. 100%. I swear to God, some of the cats they throw one piece and then eat a piece and throw a piece and eat a piece. Like you sound
Scarcity mindset where they think that they're gonna want to eat something later.
Saving that for later. Yeah.
Put your tater tots in your pocket. Go to class.
It might be the lure in the rats.
Pocket ham.
No, I never put ham in my pocket.
Brownies, you fuck. Move, Bubba.
Got to-go bags in the cargo pants.
Damn it, Christy. Where'd you move the fucking
All the restaurant food is Cisco anyway. People are discovering that and getting real angry about it.
Right.
Dude,
One food truck pulls up.
they serve people in prison too.
Yeah.
That is so nasty.
And public schools, probably some of them as well. It's like,
Guaranteed.
man, I gotta say though, if you're someone who can cook, can take potatoes and mash them and bake them,
And then throw them on your soon-to-be ex-husband.
right, you could probably get a job in politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wet pussy.
Oh man, we for the nostalgia played Ben Shapiro reading the lyrics to Wet Ass Pussy on the show yesterday morning. Oh man. Charles does an amazing Ben Shapiro. He's a very good Ben Shapiro.
A lot of people were reading those lyrics.
It's
They
like
were
a
very
cross
interested in them.
Fran Drescher.
Wet
And,
Ass Word.
Fran Drescher and Ben Stein. Maybe
Mhm.
cross those two. That's Shapiro.
Right. It was right after he read out those lyrics that Tom McDonald hit him up and said, "Hey man, you want a feature on my new track, dog?"
I don't think I saw Tom McDonald at the Devil Words, but I'll have to verify that. I think he's
What is
probably a
the
pretty
Devil
good
Words?
Christian. The Christian.
God
music
dang it! I
wars.
just fucked myself again with this.
See a full list of winners on their website. At some point, the Dove organization would have a little, white Dove sticker that they'd put on certain movies. It would be Dove approved. So you'd
I'm
have
still
Dove
tripping the
approved.
Jelly Roll hosted that, but
Well, he didn't host it.
Oh.
He appeared on stage, and they brought their shower situation where they had falling rainwater on the microphones as they were performing, and they were getting rained on
okay.
at the Dove Awards because
So they're
Christians.
electrocuting the performers to test their faith. I'm down.
Well, it was letting everybody know that they are performers, and Milli Vanilli taught them how to just get up there and shake their ass and not have to live perform. It's already recorded. Just hit play and move your lips and move your hips and do the performance thing. And Christians will eat that up and celebrate. Now, hold on there, Alan, a little bit. I'm going to play devil's advocate against myself to say, Christians deserve entertainment too. If they want to have monster trucks and bull riding at their men's retreats, great entertainment. Christians deserve entertainment. There's a lot of Christians in this country who want Netflix subscriptions. A lot of them go over to this angel streaming service. It's just, that's their prerogative. So what are we complaining about here? We're complaining about this sort of strange mixture of Jelly Roll with face tattoos performing at a gospel music celebration.
Well, it'll be Beyonce next, so it gets worse.
At some point, many of the churches were united in pushing back against culture and saying we're not going to have electric guitars and amplified audio in our worship meetings. It's going to be hymn books and piano. Okay, tambourine, we'll allow that. Bongos, okay, maybe bongos. But now we have electric guitar solos, smoke machines, and showers on
You
stage.
knew that was coming when you had stripping for Jesus. When you had pole
Right.
dancing for Jesus, Jelly Roll was the next thing, obviously.
Work that pole for the Lord.
It's such a spectacle.
Bubba, I don't need you on my lap the whole show. I will not float away. Look, and I know everybody wants to see you. They do. They do. Hi, my name is Bubba. I like to start shit all day long. My dad found me on the road. I was half dead and starving. Now I'm not.
God damn
Bubba
it.
gonna give us a little woof, a little bark.
No. If I leave, though, he'll sit there and howl.
Okay.
If he can't see me, he will start howling. He does not like me out of his sight.
What happens if you play Elvis Presley?
That would probably also make him howl.
Okay.
If it don't got banjos in it, are we even playing it here? What are we doing?
Liberals LARPing as Christians. A lot of that happening. A lot of people going online declaring that they were formerly a New Age psychic, Satanist, whatever. But now they're Christian. Hashtag Christ is King. And then people start following them on
Right.
social media. It's the easiest way to grow a following. It's the easiest way to monetize your work.
I saw that Nala just had a video that said strippers or porn stars for Jesus. Somebody had that Nala chick that was like
Mhm.
doing the whole debate circuit there for a while and was on
Yeah.
whatever.
The OnlyFans hoe for Christ.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, immediately like went from OnlyFans to selling Jesus merch in like 3 days. Like
Sure.
I'm not an OnlyFans hoe no more. Buy my Walk of Christianity tour. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You guys remember the Triple X
Download
Church?
my braless baptism video for $7.99.
Do you guys remember the xxxchurch.com, triplexchurch.com?
Absolutely not.
No.
I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I am
Like
not
a Howard
nearly
Stern
as
thing?
up on Christian culture as you are.
Okay. No, it wasn't a Howard Stern thing. It was a ministry to porn stars. They
Oh,
needed their own church.
I guess, man.
They probably should have their own church. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the website's still online. They had made a meme basically talking about self-gratification act would kill a kitten. So you love the kittens, don't want to kill them, don't do the act.
Did you just say rubbing one out kills a kitten?
That's what the Triple X Church was saying
That's
in their promotional materials.
fucking great. That is. I think that might rank up above Jesus watches you while you're doing it, which totally makes Jesus a weird cuck. Like he's not even watching you have sex; he's watching you rub one out. Like that's
Real
so-
bright sun, a kitten running through a field, jumping towards you, and then you'd feel bad about killing a kitten when you're sacrificing a swimmer.
Okay.
And that was the marketing for that.
All right.
Was it successful?
For a time, it got a lot of.
Like, I don't want to kill kittens.
Well, what is this Triple X
I don't
Church?
want to be responsible for dead kittens.
Right. But if you go to your web browser and type in xxxchurch.com, well, what are you going to see there? What do you expect to see there?
I expect to see porn.
Right. Especially if they don't have the domain anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not gone to that URL lately. So I don't know what's sitting there anymore. I don't think the organization still exists. But it's 2025 and this weird place in culture where people are, hashtag Christ is King, and Kirk, the church guy, said some things at a Mormon place and isn't here anymore, and he's being remembered. George Floyd has a birthday coming up. He's being celebrated. I don't know who the saints are, who the sinners are, and who the heroes are.
See, and in that debate that Steve and I had Ben Carson been the person that movement ignited over, that would have felt like a much better, more genuine movement and not something that was just straight propaganda. Because only the fucking jackass media would pick such a very faulty hero to be the icon of a movement. Because you can guarantee in that same week there was some black dude that got killed by a cop that fucking was actually a decent person. Like,
The whole premise of that was retarded.
yeah.
Yes. Of the Ben Carson argument, I don't quite understand, and I wondered if Rob had kind of set up some long-term thing where he wanted to seem extra exaggerated and cartoonish so that you guys would match his energy, and then he'd have clips of you guys trying to match his energy, and then you guys would look extra foolish, but you weren't taking the bait. You weren't engaging with arguments that were ridiculous.
He totally underestimated the amount of cannabis Steve and I use.
Right?
Like, good luck getting us that excited over something this trivial. You're nuts.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, Steve and I fucking couldn't even fucking. We didn't even actually counter Marte's argument. We just laughed at him.
Yeah.
Okay, this is ridiculous. You know it's ridiculous. We know it's ridiculous. We're just gonna both laugh into our hands like we're trying to be polite. Oh fuck.
Yep. Dude, I can't believe that my argument from an absurdity isn't landing. Gotta bail. And then he did. He just kept his mouth shut for hours. Didn't say a fucking word. And then blamed it on Benadryl.
He did make an exaggerated pouty faces and shake his head no or nod his head yes when Rob was talking.
Yeah, and he definitely flared his nostrils a lot.
Has a mime ever won an argument, though? Has a mime won a debate in a verbal combat?
I'm not sure.
I think you probably could. There's some people that you really don't need to debate against. You just let them talk, and then you win.
Like Rob Noir for 5 hours.
Yeah, no, he definitely did not. Outside of his dedicated Crucible crew people, if you look through the other chats, he was not making any friends. It seemed like there's people that were probably at least neutral in the situation, if not partial to him, that were just tired of hearing him fucking talk by the end. Like, and he was not, and his case was not good at all. Like, but again, I'm trying not to hold it too hard on him, despite him doing such a disingenuous thing with his fucking clip and all that, because I don't see how they could have won that debate unless they were debating 18-year-old retarded girls with giant tits on whatever or something. Like, against anybody that has any kind of a brain, that was basically a non-winnable debate.
The video is 20 minutes. The title is "He Thinks Ben Carson's Worse Than Destiny." The thumbnail text said, "This is a result of twisted logic." Noir has his hands up like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
And in no way did I say the world famous brain surgeon who developed techniques that everybody uses was worse than Destiny. In no way did I say that whatsoever. His legacy is people living that wouldn't have lived before because of brilliant techniques that he's developed and passed on. Assuming that nothing else happens. Like I said, just like with Heisenberg, it's just it's not his fault, but you can have a legacy that is shit, even though you weren't a shit person. That's not happened to Ben Carson in any way, shape, or form. It was a retarded hypothetical I refused to give it to, and fucking now he's pretending like he's mashing me, saying that George Floyd's legacy is worse than Destiny's legacy, and then taking his hypothetical of Ben Carson and mashing the two things together and being super disingenuous about it.
Yeah. He's a big fan of comic book movies. Maybe he thinks there's a multiverse where he won the debate. He wants to live in that timeline. So with retro causality
in that universe, a lot of Down syndrome.
Right. So with retro causality, if forward-looking Rob can continue to put out material saying he won the debate, then somehow that rewrites history where he did win the debate. But it's a 2.5 hour debate, and the person needs to watch 2.5 hours of the debate to determine how the debate went. You can't watch a 20-minute clip and say, Rob looks pretty good in this. Well, that's what clips do.
I mean, look, dude, like Ben was saying, if he had points to make, that would be the clips.
Yes.
But he's been stewing for a fucking week, man.
Yeah. It took a while. That's why he didn't, because only reason I watched it, Christy caught it and saw that was happening, and she assumed that he was doing a review on it. And I wanted to see what he had to say in the review and how he was going to stand up for himself. Fucking, and he just made a shitty little clip and then fucking totally mislabeled it. Like, you fucking loser.
Right.
And we're not really talking about Destiny, William. It's really about Rob Noir. Just
a new clip he released.
That's what he was doing with this clip, was trying to make it, and when he retitled it and mushed it together. And he's supposed to be like, he's supposedly such a good debater that fucking Andrew Wilson hired him just to wreck liberals and debates and shit. And like, it was a ridiculous thing. But again, I try not to be too hard on him. Like if it was an actual meaningful debate about something highly political, I certainly couldn't have debated him. Steve could. And I said that to him in the after debate. I was like, I'd like to have a more serious debate, but I don't know where you and I would debate at. Like where what subject? You and Steve definitely could throw down, but I'm not politically knowledgeable enough to jump in to that arena.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I do it, but if all that dude is gonna do is fucking talk over and filibuster and fucking just heap nonsense on top of nonsense the entire time, it's not gonna be fun. You know what I mean?
He thinks that if he puts out the quantity of words that he wins. Like,
right.
Your words had no quality. That's why Steve and I didn't sit there and try and fight with you about it. Like, all this gibberish you just said doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't defeat our points whatsoever. There
were two adults sitting at the adult table, and he was running around under the table with his toy dump truck running around making all sorts of noises. And you guys were like, just okay, he's a child, let him do that. And then adult conversation returns, and you guys make your points, and then he comes out with his toys again and his movie analogies, and he's talking directly to his audience. And in reading the comments, a lot of the comments were saying how that you two, Steve and Ben, were low IQ somehow. And I don't understand how someone not understanding the comment thinks it's a stupid comment and then says, you guys have a lower IQ, and they're bigger brain for not understanding what is going on.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason
I don't understand anything that you just said. So you're dumb.
It must be dumb. It must not make any sense.
One, I wanted to get into fights with some of these people is the right wing. They don't want to recognize it. And yeah, their left wing right now is really easy to identify as being batshit crazy. But there is an equal component, and Rob Knorr represents that component. So does Andrew Wilson. When they say things like, we're going to war with the lefties and all this, but then you're going to say that what Destiny's saying is wrong. Well, war, I've been to war. Either you're both using hyperbole, or neither of you are using hyperbole. You both just keep pointing at the other one, being like, look at that means bad things, and they're saying it, but you're both doing it. Mm-hmm. So, and that was Steve's point with the stochastic terrorism. That what's up, Brandon Bonanza, you stud. That was Steve's argument that what they're saying about you, you're saying about them, and the thing is that's the only honest thing that you're both doing is saying the other side's doing it. You're right about that, but you're doing it too. So
there was confusion about your position. They maybe assumed that you guys were on the left, and then the more they heard from you, the more they were confused, and their confusion led them to a place of thinking that you guys are the enemy.
Yeah.
We don't understand what they're saying. They must be the bad guys. I have to hate them. I'm against them. They're
like the outtake from 40-year-old virgin where he's like, you're using a lot of words that I don't understand, so I can only assume you're insulting me.
Yep.
Well, and they can only see things in that paradigm of red blue. And they can't understand that Steve and I can sit outside of that paradigm.
Criticize all the colors equally.
Oh, Brandon's doing pun jokes.
All right.
He's trying to be punny.
Mm-hmm.
Have you met Bubba, Brenda? This is Brandon. This is Bubba. He's very needy tonight, along with all the cats. Huh?
That doesn't differentiate tonight.
See, wanting to hear something about Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day? Is there Bubba have something on his mind?
I don't really have a dog in that fight in any way, shape, or form. I Christopher Columbus didn't discover North America. I don't even know, they talk about that he might not have even landed in North America.
Right.
That the guy was a jackass. I don't really care about Spaniards.
But he did see like his first 5-foot Latina and was like, burn the fucking boats.
Yeah.
We're staying.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, that happened. That happened.
So that part of the Disney movie was accurate.
So
Pocahontas, John
and
Smith.
I don't know why indigenous people would need their own day. I don't know why most people need a holiday. Half these holidays are just dumb. Not that I think that there's anything, wrong with indigenous people. I just don't understand what giving them some fake holiday. What are we all supposed to eat? Fucking fry bread for a day or something, and like with buffalo meat on it, and pretend like we give a shit about Native Americans, because that's what we do for every other holiday. 4th of July. What's 4th of July? Let's get drunk, go to the lake, and eat hot dogs.
Well, and blow shit up. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
We'll blow shit up.
Fucking Thanksgiving. Let's get drunk, argue with our relatives, and eat turkey. And
And
watch
a lot of pie, a lot of desserts, a lot of sugar drinks, pumpkin spice.
Like that's
Drink a
all
lot of
Americans do.
caffeine, a lot of
Remind
sugar.
Aunt Shirley that there's no smoking indoors anymore. Shit like that. Yeah.
No vaping either.
Put the game on. Shut the fuck up. Pretend you like each other.
Jelly Roll
Well,
might show up again.
Bubba is not really an intentional name, Stella. I had to call him something because at first when we took him off the road, we just couldn't leave him there to die, and we were going to take him to a shelter, but there wasn't a no-kill shelter or nothing, and I ain't going to take the chance that something happens to him. That's not going to happen. And then I was calling him Bubba just to call, or Bubs or Bubba just to call him something, and then he just always stayed, so his name's just Bubba.
Christy does not approve.
Christy does not approve.
Well, yeah, she wanted to call him something racist.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Whitey.
Right.
Cracker.
Oh, this is
Cracker.
Rommel.
Saltine.
Yeah.
Rommel.
Yeah, his nickname is Das Fuhrer.
Right.
I'm telling you, look up this Bovino guy. He's got a haircut and everything. He's very photogenic, out of Chicago.
Okay.
People were confusing him for Till Lindemann of a Duhas band, Rammstein.
Why was he walking around with a dildo strapped onto him?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
not be
Yeah, very
surprised.
stylish. Very
Mhm.
stylish.
Yep. Indeed. So all these photo opportunities, people want to do this thing, and there's a movie in theaters
Cracker
now.
McCrackerson. Fucking Brian wanted to call him Dickface McGillicuddy.
So his official name is.
This is Bovino. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
He does not at all look like he's like fucking some fucking like colonel in some Gestapo army in a futuristic dystopian movie.
Dress for the job you want. Bovino's
It
got
looks like
for
he's
you.
about to shake it to I'm too sexy.
I'm too sexy
I'm
for
a
these
model,
tools. Too sexy
you know
for
what
these
I
tools.
mean.
Yeah.
The entire world is his catwalk.
Hashtag adulting.
Stella says you can name the next dog.
That needs to be in a few years,
Yeah, that'll be in a long while. We got enough dogs.
but I'll take that.
We didn't really want a Bubba, but Bubba was going to be part of us anyways.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah. And now he walks around and does like a little loop around the farm, and he's got a mean bark. He's a tough boy. He's bigger than all the other dogs.
Earning his keep.
Moors were here before Columbus. He probably stole away from them right after the Catholics kicked the Moors out of Spain. No more, no less.
Right? The
Fighting over a day on a calendar is kind of a
Vikings were
strange
definitely
thing.
here before Columbus by like 400 years.
Yeah, they were around. They were here around 1000 AD, and freaking they were already Christianized completely Christianized, like to the point where they made fun of people that followed the old ways.
Yeah.
I've read the
sleeping.
Vinland Saga numerous times.
Crashed out in the next room.
Gomez.
He's on his schedule.
He's still got his balls.
Mm-hmm.
My boys don't have their balls no more.
What was that about vets? I think I sent you an article about certain vets in California not performing procedures. Does that make any sense to you?
We had a place called Angel, and it
Mhm.
takes care. It's specifically about pit bulls, and they took care of it for us, which is good. 'Cause we got a lot of pit bulls to fix. And the thing was, Tyr is very high testosterone, as is his line, and he ended up to where he couldn't pee and couldn't poop because his prostate was too swollen, and so had. Wasn't because of behavior or anything else. He's always been a good boy, even with his testicles. But he had to lose them so that way he could poop and pee. That not peeing's a bad deal. He got swollen. He got swollen up like a ballpark Frank, and he was dribbling black shit all over the place. It was horrible.
Yeah,
the
it's
laws
no good.
in California requiring animals to be spayed or neutered before they can be adopted from shelters.
No, not a narrow urethra. He had a enlarged prostate. And we didn't adopt these guys from any of the shelters or anything like that. Fuck California. And they're fucking Newsom and all these ditches. Although they did just pass a law that bans declawing of cats. I'm like, wow,
Oh,
Newsom
that's
does
the
know
law.
how to do something that's worth a shit. Like that's like one of the first laws I ever heard that I agree with that they ever passed. Like absolutely declawing cats should never happen. That shit's horrifying. Like it's literally like cutting off the whole top of this first knuckle. It's not like they just somehow make the nail not grow. They cut off the knuckles so they're like walking around like stubs for fingers. It's horrible.
Is that a statewide law?
Yeah, they passed that this week. That Jews got booted from Spain right around the time Columbus came here. The kiddies just eat the dog food, Brandon. We used to get them that Arcana, or no, Origin, and it's basically like dehydrated or freeze-dried fish guts and shit like that. And the cats would just eat the dog food, and the dogs were always trying to steal the cat food, and so we just give everybody dog food now. We should have a segment called Manly Tales where we share some of our manly accomplishments. That sounds nice.
We just be bragging all night.
I probably cut up about 3.5 cords of wood. And when I say that, it's not like I walked out and there's logs laying out. We had to crawl up into the forest. My dad was pretty shocked, like, because I put probably 150 pounds worth of chain around my shoulders, and then I'll climb up the mountain through the forest, wrap that around a tree that I cut down because I'm also carrying a chainsaw, and then drag that out of the forest, and then drag that, and then chomp it up, and then haul it home. Joe King says, I thought of it because I just got out from under my house replacing the sewer main for 3 days. Nice one. Nice one.
That's it's not a fun gig.
It is manly. The two things you need to know, Joe, are that shit runs downhill and don't chew your nails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's important. The cat declawing is a permanent disfiguring surgery that's equivalent to removing a person's fingers at the top of the knuckle. This barbaric procedure causes lifelong pain. AB 867 is a common sense bill reinforcing that declawing goes against ethical treatment standards for animals, which is very good. I want to connect that to a statement made by JFK's brainworm about children, specifically baby boys who had a procedure done and then received Tylenol caused autism. Have you guys heard
The
that
funny
one?
thing about that is, do you guys remember? And yeah, I bet it was bad, brother. Like sewer main's horrifying. What we want to do, we got. I think our sewer's full, but we don't want to dick with it. I want to get one of those incinerator toilets. Those things are great. It just incinerates everything down to dust, and you once a week you take out a little bag of dust and pour it out. That's what I think I'm going to do, because that's way easier than dealing with, especially out here in the mountains, dealing with septic tank and drain field and all that.
Yup.
Yeah.
No, the incinerator toilets are dope, man.
Yeah, super cool. And honestly, like they run off of like 12 volt. They're like basically made for off grid. It takes care of all the sewage problems that you're gonna have. Like that's good stuff.
Does it take care of the cold toilet seat problem if it's constantly burning and warm?
So there's two mains, Stella. The main where the water is metered is the city's, and everything behind that meter is yours. So you actually have two mains, one that you can shut off and one that the city can shut off. The city one is where the meter is. Yeah. See, it just goes out to the street, and the street's where the meter is going to be. And then after that, the same thing with electrical. Everything above the meter and the meter itself belongs to the power company. So if you have any problem with your meter or above, that's power company problem. Everything below your meter is your problem. Yeah. Construction world shit.
Plumber's curse, knowing how plumbing works and not letting anyone do it. Makes a lot of sense. But then you've got to do all your own plumbing in your own house.
Which really isn't that hard. Again, you just got to remember shit runs downhill. The biggest thing is leaving yourself vents. Like in this, I'm not saying it wasn't a horrible job. It definitely was, but it's not like you can't figure it out. It's just a lot of shitty work, literally. But at the end of the day, the vents, if you're putting in new construction, venting it properly, which, anybody that's dealt with hydraulics or anything like that, air bubbles will stop up your whole system. So you've got to have proper venting to make sure that your system will stay free flowing. But other than that, it's pretty simple.
Yep. Accessible clean outs and fucking leave some space to work when you're doing the fucking install if you get the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can even get by the venting if you put oversized pipes in there, because then the pipe in and of itself acts like a vent, and there's enough room for air to move.
How big of a pipe could you put in?
Like from a toilet like that, if I was trying to do it ventless, probably at least 3 inch, probably 4 inch. Yeah, 4 inch probably.
Because you had 12 inch. Leave a lot of room.
I that would probably have to be some commercial application. I don't know if I've ever seen a 12-inch pipe.
Right. Wow. Even in like apartment buildings and shit, it's all like 4-inch mains.
Yeah, 12-inch would be so fucking big. Like, 2-inch pipe's way bigger than a person thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they say 2 inch, it's 2 inches straight across it. It's not 2 inches.
Interior diameter, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's much bigger than what you imagine it is. It was the shittiest job. There was 5 feet of total cloggage. Oh,
Yeah.
Get one of those augers just to stir it all up to get it moving again.
And there's something just, you're in that sewage situation when it's sitting there in the dark, it ferments, and that just makes it so bad. So bad. Like, it's weird. Like when you're walking through the bay, as you're walking to the street corners, all you smell is raw sewage. And then when you walk by the alleys, you smell fresh urine and poop. And you can distinctly tell the difference. You're like, ugh!
I'm just thinking about those people that rode their bike to the bridge and decided to sunbathe there for a while. Did they have toilets to use? Are they still on the bridge?
Well, I mean, at that point, you kind of got to hold it.
God
Or
damn it,
just
that-
Portland, I guess you can just poop on the street.
It would be so hilarious seeing a bicycle
bag.
come by with the toilet seat as the seat. That would make me laugh so hard.
Some of the comments on those videos were identifying tactics they use to move the human traffic off the bridge. Like, well, couldn't you just spray him with some cold water? Well, maybe they might enjoy that.
Oh wow, you were in cast iron? Oh my, that's an old system.
Yeah.
That's as an electrician, our equivalent to that was finding knob and tube
Knob
wire.
and tube.
Yeah.
Dude, so many houses, especially in the attics and shit in the Santa Cruz Mountains, still had knob and tube up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I redid where I'm from. There's a lot of knob and tube. I mean, there's still a lot of houses with lath and plaster. Fucking and there was somebody that said that they called me over to their house because their light in their bathroom was smoking, and I took the light down, and like there was like literally almost every fucking circuit in the house all tied together at this light in the fucking bathroom, and it was all knob and tube, and it was just cooking. I was like, holy shit, you were like, in the next week your house was burning down. Like that's how that was going down.
Why the bathroom light?
I don't know. They just use that as like a giant junction for everything. It was really weird. I ended up putting like a dozen new circuits into that house. Yeah, 12 inches HVAC for sure. Number one funk junkies.
There's some other comments about another live stream. I'm talking about Timothy Leary. Interesting.
okay.
The revolution will not be televised, and Laurel and Hardy are not electricians, but the Three Stooges are
They were
plumbers.
not electricians.
Those cast
They were
iron.
definitely not electric. They were hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of these homes have everything in them.
Sweet. I lived there for
plumbing.
almost 20 years and did a whole bunch of different phases of construction and carpentry, roofing, and fucking god, stonework and
Stoned work.
stoned work and fences and decks.
Did you meet Bob Vila?
Never met Bob Vila.
Okay. This
Been
old
in a
house.
bunch of old houses though.
Mhm.
Remember
Worked on
when
a whole bunch of old
we
houses.
had that comedian kid come up and he started telling pot stories in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and everybody's looking at him. He's like, who smoked weed with their parents? And like everybody in the room raised their hand. He's like, like, oh fuck, that was so fucking hilarious. He just did not know where to go.
Right?
Like the only two-
He did over an hour though.
What's that?
He did over an hour.
Yeah, no, he did. He definitely, he kept it going. But that was a huge stuttering step for him. It was hilarious. It's like he's never got that reaction before.
Got a video here of a very large photo opportunity and video, since we're kind of on this topic.
And then we were gonna let him smoke the joint first, take the first green hit off the joint, and I've never seen anybody be so awkward about trying to light a joint.
I got a video to share here. Check this out.
Oh, I mean, I think we actually do have video of that somewhere, but yeah.
Brandon's dad sold weed. He just thought
I
he
got a
was
shirt.
popular.
Here it is. Bring it up here now. Check this out. Where do you think they are? What state do you think they're in?
Definitely California or Oregon.
Very large bong. It's like a genie in a bottle. A woman is standing inside of it.
I mean, that could be like Ann Arbor hash bash.
That
Don't
is like
know
the
the
upgrade
location.
of the old where you wore the mask with the bong on the front. This is
Uh-huh.
like the upgrade of that.
You already
She's
know,
standing
Ben. You
inside.
already know.
Giving the
Yeah.
thumbs up okay. And how much do you think they stuffed in there?
Those things hold
A
so
little
much
bit less
weed.
than Damian Marley stuffed in her.
That's at least a quarter pound that he's fucking blasting there. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
pouring fucking,
Oh,
oh
that's
my
thick,
god.
boy. That's
Oh,
thick. She's tapping out. She's tapping out.
Yeah, I would have tapped out too. It turned
God
that shit turned brown in like fucking 3 seconds flat. Like that's that part when you're hitting it out of a bong that you're like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
She's
She
gonna
was-
throw up on your boots, man.
She was
Yeah.
able to walk out of there, but I don't know if she knew exactly what she was getting into.
Face planted about 5 feet from the camera view.
It's a vertical video, so we don't see her face planting. People were complaining that this was such a waste.
No,
Oh,
that's
dude.
what I'm talking about. Art, Pav. Not
I've
what I'm
seen that
talking
dude
about.
that's-
Construction.
If you go to any of the sessions in the West Coast, anyways, has these sessions where it's
Mhm.
supposed to be medical. People that have medical and whatnot are supposed to be there, and they'll walk around. I've seen them do it with dabs, even where they walk around and they'll just throw like fucking like a quarter pound of dabs in one of these things and just walk around, just blowing it through the whole sesh.
Oh,
I had to literally. I seen one time the thing looked like a machine gun, and he just walked around, and I had to quit using stuff at those sessions because just breathing the air, you walk out of there so fucking high, you don't hardly know your own name by the time you leave when you're there for 4 hours.
the thing I like about this is there's no chemtrails in this guy.
Right. Well, it must have been filmed during the recent government shutdown.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. So it's a recent video. Oh,
Oh, that was such a wicked way to do that with one of them guns like that.
Oh, yeah, that's extreme.
so how do they
Just
engineer
about.
this?
Like that thing was so fucking thick, like so fast. Like look at this. He's starting to blow.
You've seen
All right,
no paper
let's
before
time
that?
it here. What do we got here? It's 11 seconds, and he's just now lighting it. So 15 seconds. There he hit the trigger. 17.
Yep.
And right now it's already so brown you can't
Right,
see. So
3
that's
seconds to
23.
brown.
So 5-6 seconds to complete brown. Like you know that's about to choke you for the next 3 days.
Right. She went from San Francisco to Oakland real quick.
Yeah. That's like gravity bong thick.
Yeah.
I think your pores absorbed it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you know the smoking, it's actually a Mexican thing. In Europe, that's why like they talk about like in all these different cultures, the anointing oil and that had cannabosum in it and whatnot. Because they would just take the cannabis oil and rub it on themselves. And if you've ever been trimming, dude, and before you figure out to wear rubber gloves, you're like in a coma for days if you spend a day trimming. Like that night, you're just like,
Think you could use that to smoke salmon sometime? Put some fish in there.
You fucking salmon gonna wake up and be like, bro, what are you doing? It was nice and dead 5 seconds ago. Salmon gonna sit up and sing Louis Armstrong to you.
Salmon's gonna be like, I got cottonmouth. How the fuck that even happen with a fish?
Oh, dry smoked salmon.
Yeah, that is definitely one way to smoke your meats.
That really wouldn't be good tasting.
No,
This coffee cannabis is not great.
yeah.
Like, you know that tasted like shit by the time that it turned
Oh
brown.
God.
It was gagging in there.
Indeed.
I would not call myself a lightweight trimmer. I would call myself a mid-grade trimmer. I'm not one of the Cambodian ladies that come out in like a little crew that literally are like Edward Scissorhands, and it sounds like
Cambodians are insane, man.
fucking A, dude.
There were stylists cutting
Like,
hair and other
they
trimming.
trim so fast it sounds like a machine. This is like zzz, you're like,
25 to 30 pounds a day between 5 of them.
just
Edward Scissorhands.
just
And
crazy.
then there's like a 6th one that just makes food all day.
And then I've seen, yeah. It just sits there with a wok, fucking and make it. And like I've seen a lot of white dudes and chicks and shit that can only punch out like half a pound a day. I can do like 2, 3, depending on what kind is it larfy or is it Girl Scout cookies or is it sour D? If it's sour D, I'm probably only getting like 1.5 pounds. I could probably do like 3-4 pounds of Girl Scout cookies or something like that.
Trimmer, the last white job available? Question mark.
The white dudes all do the growing now. If you're paying a trimmer, which almost nobody does anymore, there's not enough money. That pie is too small to cut anymore.
Yeah, and has been for like 10 years.
Yeah, but
As
if you
soon as California went full wreck, trimmers were down to fucking $50 a pound. Like the day California went full wreck, they were like,
from 150 to 50.
Yeah. And then they had to go lower than 50 because they weren't selling pounds for more than 100, 150 bucks. Some of them, even 600. What are you going to pay 20% almost to your trimmer? You're not fucking covering the cost of growing the shit at that point.
Yeah. No, this is exactly why when I talk about this is what government regulation where they did pay these bigger companies to do crop destruction in order to keep the price up. This is what I'm talking about. There was no price regulation set on the cannabis industry because it's not federally regulated yet. And so
there were a bunch of people that from at least like 2018 on, if they pulled 1,000, then they were getting fucking 150, 200, maybe 300 if they were lucky. Half of it just sat there and they fucking couldn't do anything with it. And they wound up shooting all of it.
Yeah.
Turned into fucking oil.
Yeah. And the fucked up part is then they wait 2-3 years to do that. And then when you like hand it back and it's already, and you had to run it through fucking 800 pounds of fucking CRC just to make it not look like tar. You're like, and then they're like, well, what's the deal? Like, yeah, it was old as fuck. You can't hand me trash and expect me to make gold. You're fucking nuts. Why isn't this like the fresh frozen? I don't know, because that was ran fresh frozen and not 3 years old. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, that's on the other side of the state.
For hand trimmers up on the ridge.
Yeah, people started going to machines like a decade ago. I hate the way machines spin it up.
Oh, it's so bad. And the trim that comes out of it, it comes out black even when it's fresh. The oil that comes out of that trim that runs through those machines. What's up, Johnny?
Yeah,
I miss your face, twin.
I finally grew again this year, Johnny. I got my medical license back because the fucking product has gotten so bad that my own personal, I can't handle it for my personal. And Johnny's got to see that. First time I met Johnny, I had my medical garden back then too.
Yeah. Much love, Mr. Yeti Slang. Johnny's been
heirlooms.
doing a bunch of art shows and stuff like that.
He's a stud.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
But yeah, the industry's just went completely to garbage. Completely. And the guys that are now paying, I have seen that more this last year, people are paying trimmers because they weren't putting out enough of their own product. Like, you know, it's understandable that you can't afford a trimmer, but also these bigger growers or the medium-sized growers are the ones that have the problem, that have like 200-300 pounds. Well, you also can't trim up 200-300 pounds by yourself. Like that's a problem.
The whole community would go and detassel the corns. Now you just need a whole community of people to do the trimming when it comes time for the harvest.
Like even if you're getting 3 pounds a day done on every single day, it's going to take you 100 fucking days to get that done. By the time you're done, your product's half shit.
Yep. Yep. Unless you're like deep freezing it for fucking months or some shit like that, which is no way, shape, or form cost effective either.
No, not at all. And now this year, everybody's taking a hit because winter came a month early.
Mm-hmm. Don't they say that about wines?
This year's the first year it's ever rained in June since I've lived in California. The first year it's rained in July. The first year it's rained in August. We've had sprinkles in September before, but this year we had true downpours, meaningful rain in September a bunch of times. And now we're in October and it's just piss hammering us like every other day. What's up, Ryan? Well, you can't smoke it all at once. You got to save some of it for later.
Right. And if you can't trim it all at once, then it just goes to shit over the course of several months.
All smell like hay. Nobody likes alfalfa smelling shit.
The whole community detasseling the corn and trimming.
No.
The teenagers, yeah, I don't know. The teenagers of today, that would be too much work. Could you trust them with a sharp
That was
instrument?
my first job when I was like 9.
9?
Told my dad I wanted a bike. He was like, sweet, get in the truck. Let's go get you a bike. Drove me to a Roundtree trailer and signed me up to detassel.
You betcha. I didn't detassel. I was picking weeds. This was before like I talk about. I remember when everybody switched to DeKalb and fucking started doing the GMO corns. And before that, they used to have all us kids out in the fucking field fucking picking weeds.
Yep.
Think that'll return? You think certain communities and farms and homesteads will go back to the old ways and teach their kids to do it and raise new generations? Someone's got to make the food. The food that Cisco is putting on their trucks is terrible. Everyone's complaining. How bad does the food have to get before people realize that it could taste so much better?
They've got to start growing it themselves before they can take control of it back. That's the damn problem. Is they're like little kids telling their parents how to do things. Like if you don't have the power, the lever of power yourself in order to make sure, if you don't have the option of telling them, I refuse to buy your stuff, they get to do whatever they want. And so these are little kids that are begging. They're like, well, give me it the way I say. Well, Burger King quit letting you have it your way. Nobody else does either. They're in charge. They realize that you're handicapped and you can't provide for yourself, and you'll take what you're given. And that's how it is. Like warranties on places. Even I've got a Cummins generator down below that's got like fucking like 200 hours on it or something ridiculously low. And it went out and they refused to warranty it. Even big renowned companies do shit business anymore because there's no incentive for them not to. The government sure as fuck ain't coming after them.
Right.
Marcus, look
Mhm.
up Monster Transmission Better Business Bureau.
BBB.
Yeah, look up Monster Transmission, Florida Better Business Bureau. So this is the company that anybody that's heard of Richard Rollins, Gas Monkey Garage, all this guy pimps this Monster Transmission. And if you go on the internets and you look around, they say that they're the highest rated towing transmission and power transmission. What's up, Lucy Rose? That is available on the market, and they pimp it all up. And these people are fucking just despicable with business. Like the things that you see in the Better Business Bureau pages. Like, so Brian ordered this transmission because we wanted an automatic transmission that was able to tow in the mountains. And fucking they sent him the wrong torque converter, so we didn't really think anything of it, because the 7.3 IDI and the 7.3 Power Stroke have a different flex plate. So they sent him the wrong torque converter, no big deal. They won't get back to him to exchange the torque converter. After months of that and waiting, we just ordered a different torque converter, and now the transmission don't quite work right. Well, have you pulled that up yet, Marcus?
I've got it.
So go ahead and show everybody this. This company, as you're going to see, how many reviews are on here? Where's the number of reviews? They've got a 1.72 rating. And the last I seen, like, they were getting like 150 fucking bad reviews a month. And does the government do anything? No.
Having to bring in some 5-star reviews because they've been review bombed with 1 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Refuses to honor the warranty. No callbacks, no response, no customer service. Terrible company. So when you get 1 stars, then every so often you get the 5 stars, the paid reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
This guy rarely leaves reviews, but his experience with Monster Transmission has been beyond unacceptable. After receiving a transmission converter that was packaged in a flimsy, inadequate box, I reached out for help. Instead of taking responsibility for their poor packaging, they tried to blame the shipping company. The manager actually contacted me first, saying they wanted to make things right and even offered a partial refund, only to completely go back on their word and refuse to honor it. Bad customer service, dishonest, goes on and on. Lasted 1,200 miles and then started slipping gears.
Yeah, you can't find any that talk about fucking them honoring a warranty. Like it's just horrible. So some of them, and Brian's, it's missing a bolt in the transmission pan.
43 miles and went out.
Yeah. And that Richard Rollins brags about this company and everything else, and this is why they get business. Mm-hmm. And then you start looking up their business, and it's horrifying.
Rough.
Oh boy, lots of pages of these reviews.
Pages and pages. Like, you know how many bad reviews, because these guys pay people to leave good reviews. So you know how many people have to leave a shit review in order for you to only have 1 star?
Mm-hmm.
They're incentivized. Oh, you had a great experience with us? Please leave us a 5-star review. Okay, sure. All right. But the 5-star reviews are like short, 1 sentence. It was great. Yeah. Had a great time. Yeah. The detail in the 5-star review, these people are angry and they got to let the world know about it.
And you can look, there's whole Facebook groups dedicated to these guys and what ripoff artists they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's horrible. And the government don't care. They don't regulate this anymore. They don't give a shit. Rip off these rip-off companies that even big companies are doing it now. There's no warranty. There's no honor in business, no nothing.
I hear similar things about the Pokemon company. They have a whole franchise. Pokemon is bigger than it's ever been. And the video games are the most disappointing they've ever been. They
I've
don't
heard
need
that.
to try. They don't need to try. People are going to pre-order 3 copies of each game when it's announced already before even having tried the game. The brand carries them and continues to carry them.
A flex plate is okay. So I drive. If you have a manual transmission, it's called a flex plate. If you have an automatic transmission, it's called a flywheel. It's the same part basically, though, just slightly different. With a flex plate, the clutch actually presses up against it, where your flywheel, the torque converter bolts to it, and the torque converter is actually, you've got hydraulic fluid in the torque converter, and it's hydrostatically pushing plates in there depending on your RPMs, and it makes that plates go in further and further, which is what's changing your gears and moving the torque from the engine into the transmission. Where with a flex plate, you bolt the clutch right to it, and then the clutch actually pushes right into the flex plate, and there's manual friction going on.
So you prefer the lubed up plates?
I
Flexibility.
definitely, automatics are for people that don't know how to drive. There's outside of comfortability of driving, you lose horsepower, you lose engine to wheel. There's so much power loss with an automatic. Automatic transmissions go out real super easy. They're just garbage. And but it's for people that can't drive a manual because they just want to be comfortable and just do this.
Well, the automatic transition vehicle was usually called the grocery getter, and you usually be parked in the garage and only used in cases of emergency. And that's why when some of these new cars, they look new, but they're 30, 40 years old, they were the grocery getter. They were the extra car, and no one ever drove it. It was just parked somewhere and forgotten to time.
No, go sit somewhere else.
The old grocery getter emergency vehicle. Where did that vehicle come from? Oh, it was in someone's barn. They had a dust cover over it. Completely forgot about it. And now they're bringing out these S10 trucks from the 1990s, and they look like no one drove them. And those are getting all the looks of the car shows. All the cars from the 1990s.
Those were
Wow.
popular back in the 90s too. I remember when guys used to really pimp out their little S10s back in the 90s.
Like all factory.
Like,
It looks brand new.
in it. You know that's only got 4 cylinders in it, right?
Farm guys would buy them, never drive them, and keep them for 30, 40 years. And now they're, wow, look at that. Wow. It's like they don't make those little S10s anymore, those little pickup trucks, those little Toyotas.
Admittedly,
So
I would like to get probably a mid 90s, early 2000s Ranger with the 4.0 in it.
Don't get a 2002.
Yeah, just for the fuel mileage. For without as many cows, we don't need as much hay. So a lot of times, we don't need to carry so much weight. And my truck gets like half a mile to the gallon or something like that. Like it'll tow a house doing it. It don't give a shit. But yeah, the fuel mileage is not getting you any fucking friends with that.
There was a period in American history where women did not drive cars at all. They had drivers for them. When they needed to go to work, then they started needing their own vehicles, and now they needed to have a manual transmission, and they started buying the SUVs to drive to work. How has that influenced the car industry to appeal to young women who need to drive to high school and back?
My great grandma Beth, she drove a Model T right off the line, brand spanking new. On the way home, one of the tires fell off. She never drove again. She'll tell you that story. Why don't you drive? I did once. Said, Grandma, they make cars a little different than the Model T now, but all right.
She's all, nope, not for me.
Yeah, I tried it. That shit was wild. Wheel fell right off the car. Fuck those things.
That's a trope in movies where there'd be a beautiful woman in high heels. Her car is like the tire's blown out and she can't replace the tire. So some handsome guy has to help her replace the tire on a vehicle. That was like a trope in so many movies. The woman who's overdressed wanting to just drive her car, not have anything go wrong with it. And then everything goes wrong with it. So a man has to go and help her out. Is that politically incorrect now to say that women are terrible drivers?
Not if you're the Family Guy. They can get away with it. Good luck, everybody else.
Actually, my wife drives a stick better than most dudes I know, and she can back a trailer up. So I wouldn't generally say women are great drivers, but my wife, I think, is better than most dudes.
It's a skill.
I can sleep. I can.
Yeah,
sleep
mine drives for a living. She's actually a very, very good driver.
Because it's become a necessity. So women need that skill.
But one of the big problems is still now she's really good about noticing something's off and she'll just tell me, but they still need to do all the stuff.
Fix that thing. Every part is heavier than I am.
Yeah. It's all stuff. And she just says, you need to go look at the truck.
It's making this noise and it behaved like this.
Okay. Which truck definitely needs a little TLC. I gotta do the fucking ball joints.
I do know a lot of women get into door dashing and grocery shopping and delivery. Don't know if they do Uber or Lyft. But having a vehicle and using it to earn an income.
Where I live, they won't even fucking UPS and FedEx won't even come to our house. You sure as fucking getting an Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ah, dude. That'd be funny.
When can I get a helicopter lift? Get a helicopter to show up and land in my yard to pick me up to go somewhere. Although that'd probably be a $50,000 lift ride on a helicopter.
Do you know how many people would be trying to pay in bags of weed when you got to their house and you've already driven out into the middle of nowhere just to get to this fucker? You're like, now you can't even turn down the bag of weed and you're just hoping you can hawk it off to one of your other customers or something later. And God damn it, you're the fifth person tonight that's tried to pay me in weed. Now I got half a pound of weed and no money. Fuckheads.
Was that more than the tip?
I have 8 pounds of weed and no money.
That was a full payment, not just a tip?
For no reason. Oh, definitely weed is a tip.
Okay.
Like if you go to somebody's house around here, they just hand you weed when you walk in the door, like it's a fucking gift basket or something. And they won't even give it to you in a bag. They'll just reach in a handful of weed and put it in your hand. And you're like, thanks for this handful of weed. And you put it in your coat pocket.
Right in the pocket.
Fucking they started making the Humboldt Grow Edition Carhartts where the fucking same canvas was on the inside as the outside. So you didn't have that fucking carpet fuzz in your weed when you just got handed a fucking fistful of it and threw it in your pocket.
It really is bad. Did you ever see that Netflix Pablo Escobar thing where he just picks a bud off a plant and puts it in his pocket? Like, oh, it's like Humboldt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Duluth Trading Company do the same thing with their pockets? Does anyone know? Carhartt's getting a lot of advertising and we're not even getting paid for it.
Basic white bitches have done more for Carhartt in the last 10 years than anyone else because they jacked up all their prices because basic white bitches started buying it.
And moved their fucking company to fucking China mostly.
Yeah.
Productions in China now.
Do we still have Wrangler?
Mm-hmm.
That was for the rich country kids. We wore Rustler when I was a kid.
Rustler.
Poor country kids wore Rustlers. You got them goddamn things. It took you about 25 washings before the legs would bend.
Oh, wrestler denim.
Yeah, those things. That was like 3-inch thick denim. Fucking the things came out of the washer looking like they were starched for like fucking the first 6 months you had them. Like, what the hell? I personally like Calvin Klein's. I don't know why, just the way they fit. I know it's a weird, you wouldn't think that of me, but I like Calvin Klein pants.
Is it the inseam?
Fashionable bin.
It's just the way they fit, and I always end up finding them at that. What the hell's the name of that store that sells the Calvin Kleins for $20?
Ross.
What? Ross? Yeah. So if you go into Ross, you get like the last season's pants, and it's only $20 for a pair of them, and that's $20 jeans.
Shopping like a Mexican.
$20 Calvin Kleins from Ross. That's a dream come true. And they fit in your size.
Yeah.
Buy them
Dude,
all.
I haven't seen $2 Goodwill jeans in fucking 15, 20 years, man.
Fuck yeah, California Goodwill. That shit might as well just be new. Like, some of it's more expensive than it was when it was new. They all act like everything in there is antique and highly desirable, and they're an antique store, not a Goodwill.
Yeah.
If you're going through the outlet stores where they have the bins that they wheel out and they count down before you can dig through them, then you might buy by the pound, but usually they've already picked through any of the good stuff and they just throw all the rest in the bins because they have too many people donating. They have more donations than they have buyers.
Yeah. Yeah, Christy's parents were cleaning out their place because they were having to move, and fucking the Goodwill told them to quit bringing sets of china in. They're like, don't bring this to us anymore.
We don't have enough glass display cases for all this stuff.
Yeah. And no one buys
Like, nobody buys it. We don't want it. Throw it away.
To just smash it, put a bowl through the china shop, smash it all up, and then make art out of it, or put it in your driveways or whatever you do with it. Art projects.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar, how's he doing?
Is he still alive? Hanging out with Sean Penn somewhere?
Right. That was El Chapo.
Yeah, that was El Chapo. That's right.
I did see a movie in the theater. It was some 3 hours. A Paul Thomas Anderson movie, one battle after another. It's getting some pretty good reviews. It's very long.
I don't know anything about any movies.
Very loosely based off of a Pynchon novel, Vineland, 1990s, Southern California.
I think I seen that they're remaking Lord of the Flies.
Oh, yeah.
More flies, less
It's
lords.
just going to be a bunch of kids fighting over an iPad.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting what they make out of Lord of the Flies. And it's like that was just basically growing up in the 80s. Like,
Right.
your parents weren't there. Like, there was some fucked up shit on TV.
Goodwill
We
in the
did
Kleenex sense, like generic thrift stores, charity shops, that sort of thing. Yeah, if you can find a good one that's more like a garage sale, where they just put everything out and every pair of jeans is $1 on a Tuesday or something, that makes sense.
Yeah, we were the first latchkey kids.
Mm-hmm.
Non-present parents. We were feral as fuck, doing whatever the fuck we wanted, and then people wonder why we're still to this day. And that honestly is our biggest failing. We're the ones that don't follow for the programming and we reject the system, but we also don't lead the system. So we kind of bypassed that. So we're moving directly from the boomer generation to the millennial generation, because Gen X is just like, fuck the system entirely. Like, this is where I'm at. Sure, I know that the county leadership is horrifying. Like, some of the worst people on the planet Do I want to go do the job? Fuck no.
Right.
Fuck no. And neither does anybody like me. Like, we're all just like, no, we ain't doing the job.
Is
Fuck
that what
that.
needed to be explained to Rob Muir? He didn't understand that you guys were Gen X. He thought you were liberals, and he's like, "No, you must be libertarian. No, you guys are Gen Xers."
Yeah. We're
Maybe
Gen
that
X.
would have. Well, what does a Gen Xer believe?
They
Nothing.
believe-
That
Yeah.
you're all dumb. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
This is our entire life philosophy for Gen X. Like right here.
Mhm.
Maybe some of this, you know, some of this. Like fucking we gave zero shits. So somebody completely forgot to plant any shits to give in our fields.
Generational divides. And you know that event that happened at that menorah laid out situation, a bullet flew through the air, some guy, Kirk, everyone talked about it. They're still talking about it. That's clearly the generational divide. And for a 16-year-old kid to want to wear a white shirt that says freedom, just like Kirk did, man.
Well,
Is that
and
cool?
I've noticed that there's been since his assassination, there's been a slew of people trying to fill his shoes and absolutely failing at it. When
is
I was
it cool to wear that shirt?
when I was in for lunch earlier, Myron Gaines was at some college trying to Charlie Kirk it up. And there was like 20 people in the fucking audience. Charlie Kirk was looking like a fucking rock star from the 80s. You know, like they couldn't hardly get venues big enough to hold all the people that were going to come fucking talk to him and look at him and all that shit.
Flash
And-
him.
Yeah, and flash him and whatever. And even the biggest and it really makes a person understand the difference between like these under 1 million podcasters, which in our world are a big deal. But in the overall scheme of things, like Charlie Kirk, that dude was like a fucking 80s rock star, like straight up. And he had a grip of the young people, which is what you need. Like if you, I mean, fucking historically, this has been said numerous times that, you know, if you want control of a people, you get the kids before, what is it? They're 5 or something like that. Like if you can control the youth, you own the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that seems to be what is happening now with the Kirk event, where people are really idolizing this guy. They want a hero. They got Kirk, and now they're wearing his Freedom T-shirt, and that seems to be like a bold statement for a teenager to wear the Freedom shirt. And then they're being sent home, asked to change. It's causing too much class disruption, and they're protesting by wearing the T-shirt. Is that cool? Is that the popular thing to do? Do they get made fun of by anyone?
Hopefully.
Is there any pushback? Like the Harambe thing, yeah, I mean, Harambe, everyone understands Harambe, but
Where the fuck does Harambe come into this?
He died for our sins.
because he died for our sins, so he was a better hero than any other mammalian hero. But now it's like going through social media and all these Christian, I think I just worked through my own internal struggle. I figured out I'm a little bitter that when I was a Christian youth, it wasn't popular, and now 25 years later, it seems to be popular.
Are you mad that the stuff that you did when you were a kid wasn't cool and now it's cool?
Yes, it's not fair. But I don't know that it is cool. I don't know that it'll ever be cool. But somehow, is it cool now?
Marcus could have been swimming in pussy he would have rejected to maintain his purity.
Well,
Either that or at the biggest sausage party ever, from what I've noticed on the Ortho Bro situation.
Right.
No, there's a lot of young Christian women who are putting Bible verses in their Instagram posts and getting popular for doing so.
Yeah, now.
Now,
No, I don't think it's an algorithmically driven thing of full attention, to be honest with you, Jana. I think the Charlie Kirk thing is real. Like I said, when you looked at live events, even the biggest podcasters that are basically around, they go to events and maybe there's a couple hundred people there. Charlie Kirk was having tens of thousands of people at his events. Like, the guy literally had fucking millions of people just on his YouTube, not including his Tapusa, not including every other platform that young people use that I don't even know the name of. You're going to have to ask Marcus. That's his wheelhouse. He's
aging out. I'm aging out of that. I'm trying to remain in touch with the youth today, and I'm not understanding. Their
You at
language.
least know what the apps and shit are. I don't even know what the fucking apps. It sounds like made up shit to me most of the time.
Most of the time, it is made up, and then it's coded and it becomes a real thing. And a lot of it starts out as a joke or a humorous, unserious thing, and then it becomes the biggest thing very quickly. Taylor Swift has been around for 20 years now.
Oh, more
Remember,
than that.
back to 2007. She's been around for a while.
She was country when she started, and she was horrible then, and she's horrible now. But I do believe that her popularity is also probably genuine. It's the same for me. It's the same thing as why white bread is always going to be the most popular, no matter how blah and shitty it is.
The bimbo bread.
You got the fucking 21 grain good seed Dave's Wicked Good bread, or the white mush in your mouth with no flavor. And it's just like, and it's just
bimbo bread. White bimbo bread.
White bread. People like white bread. Yeah.
The market down the road sells sliced brioche bread. And it's so freaking good. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I'll take that or potato bread any day of the week.
Potato bread's good. I like sourdough myself, but
Yeah.
if you go to Winco, Dave's bread's only $5. Yeah, I know it's $12.99 at the other stores, but Winco it's only $5. Because it's one of the few things I'll get at Winco. Because anything you buy at Winco comes with a side of destitution and depression. Similar to Walmart.
Yeah.
Like the vegetables, if you try buying vegetables there, they start going bad as you're walking out the store. You're like,
yeah, as soon as it goes beep, when they ring it up, it starts to go bad.
Sad vegetables.
yeah, did my broccoli just go from green to golden? What the hell happened right there?
Through a
All right,
machine
you bought it.
process.
You bought it. I rang it up.
Industrially processed broccoli from
They
the
have a
Winco.
license plate guarantee on all of their vegetables.
Yeah, no, the things that are just generic shit that you can get that out of, like Dave's bread, it's the same in Winco as it is in fucking Safeway, and it's just half the price.
Do you guys have Aldi?
No.
You don't have the German engineering of Aldi in your neighborhood?
No, all these up in Oregon, but not down here.
Okay. We got them in Minnesota, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago.
At least. Or no, that's Fred Meyer, isn't it? It's Fred Meyer up there.
Aldi's Midwest.
Aldi, singular. Aldi's, plural. There's usually
Well,
one.
I believe Taylor Swift is definitely planted, and I believe that her music's probably written for her, and that it's the same 3-tone music that all pop music is. That it is it's a designed earworm,
Right.
and for sure. I mean, that's
When I bring up Christian music, it's because that industry has more plants than any other industry. They have to be perfect. They have to be picture perfect, sonically, musically perfect. They are so groomed and set up and created, and it's all in the studio. And they're a package, they're a product. The Christian church, though, is unable to criticize them for that because it's like you can't have friendly fire on your own team. In the secular world, the world at large, everyone's talking about so and so being an industry plant. Well, yes, also true, but in the Christian industry, understanding how DC Talk was a studio project. It was three guys who would not get along together having to sing and dance on stage together. That was
Did
why
somebody
we
appear in the studio? What the fuck was that sound? Was that
Holy
sound
Spirit.
somebody appearing in the studio?
the Holy Spirit talking about Christian music.
Yeah, Marcus is calling in the desert Jew god.
There will be blood.
The Abrahamics. I was doing some research on my own, determining the Islamic literature and its connection to the Abrahamics, and finding some really fascinating stuff. Was disappointed to see that there wasn't a Vibe Bible study though this week. Did not see a Vibe Bible study.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see one. Something else may have came up, or the whole thing just imploded, went to hell. I thought they were going to talk about Nephilim this week. I was excited about Christian conspiracy theories based on the Bible.
I was busy, so I didn't notice. But yeah, they were. They definitely said that they were going to do a Nephilim one. I know that it seemed like some of the guys were not showing up. Like Glenn Lawrence didn't show up, and Ryan Radical Coder didn't show up, and Powder Dusty. So I don't know if his panel's kind of falling apart there.
Panel fizzled. Well, let's go back. Let's invite ourselves back. Let's keep the Bible study going.
And then I hurt Beth something fierce.
Oh, well, she can pray about it. Learn to forgive. Love your neighbor as yourself. Golden rule and all that. The Abrahamics. Yeah, the Islamic Abrahamics. Sure. I mean, we could do you guys want to start a Quran study where we go through the Quran?
Why would we want to do that?
I haven't studied it yet.
Before, and I've read it before. I've actually been to Muslim rituals and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a kind of a rule about not criticizing things I don't know a fucking thing about.
Makes sense. It's like I was looking at the chain of prophethood and Jesus.
Yes, he gets the Pokemon thing a lot.
Yeah, I had already plenty aged out before it was a thing, so now I just use it as like a calibration deal for people who don't try very hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus is the second highest prophet in Islam.
Yep. They just don't think that he is the final prophet, which is what they think is Muhammad. That they don't think he's the end all beat all prophet.
Muslims
And
deeply revere.
then there's an argument who took the reins from Muhammad. So that's where you get the two different versions of that, where you get the Shiites and the Sunnis. And one believes that the line of succession comes from the chosen one, who could be anybody that's part of the culture, or the other faction believe that it must be a descendant of Muhammad. So it's kind of, the Christians also have this feature. What is it? The line of Melchizedek says that anybody can be the next prophet or Jesus or whatever. And
I heard it.
Well, that's why you don't listen to a prophet named Melchizedek.
yeah, cheese dick is just
Melchizedek. Yeah. Important stuff. And these are the types of conversations that would be very useful to have, but is that religious speak, and that might get you not promoted?
Rastafarians also have a Melchizedek.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
they all dip into the same
This
source.
is a shirt from the event that we do in Pueblo every year, Third Eye Carnival.
When's the next
I'll
one?
be in El Paso, Texas in just a couple of days for another Third Eye Carnival.
Is that this
Um,
weekend?
That is this weekend. You can still get tickets if you go to thirdeyecarnival.com.
My kids were also into Pokemon, and my son was in the Pokemon game and watched the cartoon. When Marcus and I were on Weaving Spiders, they were all kind of shocked because they showed something about Pokemon, and I knew the names of all of them. And they're like, "What the fuck?" And like, my son watched the show and played the card game. I mean, I never
Thank
played.
you. I designed them. And if you go to our merch store, you can get yourself one.
Where is the merch store?
Let's see. I'll just pull it up here.
Yeah.
Which I'm doing mail outs tomorrow. So anybody that wants any creams or jewelry or anything, put your orders in tonight. I gotta do all my mail outs tomorrow from all my previous orders.
The Killdozer shirt, Heemeyer's Bar and Grill, drink here, get plowed. Yeah, I wish these just cycled through, but Weimart burning $100 bills. This is probably the most frequently sold shirt that we have. The gentleman that was in the chat earlier, Yeti Slang, Mr. Johnny, he drew this for
Johnny
me.
design.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
The designs I have that I want for my stuff that I'm gonna put in, Johnny also drew.
If
And I'm
you
not lying, Tim, I'm living, baby.
if you ever ate a lot of LSD back in the late 80s, early 90s, you will recognize this particular airplane as the Goonie Birds, because we do. If you have a research MILF in your life, and who doesn't, we've got a shirt for you, or a tank top. You can get the research MILF shirt in a tank top. I like the stoner vans. So we've got aliens and Bigfoot in a weed field on the
Nice.
side of the van.
You can select the color so it doesn't have to be on white.
You can get them in many, many different colors. Yeah,
Beautiful.
another stoner van shirt. I love that one. Let's see. My dog is on a shirt. Don't tread on Gomez.
Nice.
We
We haven't added any delivering dog-faced dudes merch.
High on life and some shrooms. Don't trust the state. This is one of my favorites. Little California Board of Tourism. Don't trust the state.
Beautiful.
This is probably my favorite shirt that I ever designed. Just the Woodlum shirt, which is like a hoodlum, but you're in the woods.
And look at that silhouette very closely. There's something there.
Yeah.
Not everyone sees it right away.
We got Bigfoot smoking a blunt. That's actually the exact lettering that Backwoods Tobacco uses. And then Johnny drew this too, Bill Cooper on a pale horse. I love this one.
It's beautiful. Maybe
Oh,
Johnny will be
Metzger has that.
inspired.
Metzger has that shirt and he fucking loves it. This was the shirt I came up with for Third Eye Nashville.
I know Metzger, who's going to talk about all the stuff that that Marcus and I are deeply involved in and experts on, but not going to talk to us. Makes sense.
We would talk
Yeah.
to Metzger.
Herp.
We'd
Herp.
derp us group. Smoking a pipe. Yeah, we would. We would.
Too
Yeah,
hang.
cool.
to catch Metzger on the night where he's not working.
Yeah. We'll be flexible in our schedule.
Too cool to derp with us.
You know, 2 weeks from now, we want to have a
Have
costume.
you gotten lawsuit threat letters from Tracy Twyman's ex-husband? We have.
Oh, Kurt? No.
I've been in a StreamYard with the man who might have alleged to be that person, who didn't say anything but recorded us and put it on his YouTube channel. That was fun.
Oh,
That
it was
Wednesday
fucking-
night.
That was hilarious. He tried sending me that lawsuit shit, and I just laughed at him. Like, you dumb motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. And if you harass me again, I will be sending a lawsuit to you, you dipshit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
smoking a pipe. Yeah. Hey, a little smoky.
Not recently, Jay. It was, I don't know. How does time work? It's been a while. Probably
No, not
Probably 2 years
recently.
ago.
Tracy died.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and now people are discovering her writings and appearance on the RX Only Pictures show. SB
Yeah, that's,
Elger and Jim Maiden.
Yeah, that was when I was still young in the speaker game.
Mm-hmm.
And I got somehow weirdly sideways involved in that because the Tracy had a dead man letter that she left, and it wasn't a letter; it was a video.
The Switch.
Yeah, but a dead man switch.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that she was pointing a lot of fingers at, also I was having severe issues with, and all of that surrounded around Greg Carlwood, and the whole thing was just a really fucking weird, fucked up situation. And we were going through it, and then all of a sudden Tracy's dead and leaves that dead man switch video. And we're like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird as fuck. And that's when I was first starting. That's why I don't talk to Greg Carlwood. Like,
Yeah, and by the way, there's a Telegram channel for the Higher Side Chats. It's run by some guy who isn't anyone affiliated with the Higher Side Chats. So trust your sources, people. Anyone can have accounts on social media and chat rooms in the name of a podcast.
Right?
Just be careful. Just be careful there.
wasn't that kid's name Kyle? That kid's name Kyle that all the drama was around? It was like Greg's best friend, and apparently he'd been looking into Tracy's work, and then actually had a fucking mental breakdown, and supposedly had to go get checked into a psych hospital and all this, but caused all these problems with everybody in between.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff was put on blog posts and people were talking about it, and then they kind of just shut up about it for a while. And now I don't know if it's just
to me is
Halloween or why it's brought back.
the people who are currently like investigating and trying to expose the Order of Nine Angles crowd never mentions Tracy or her work.
Well, like, so right before Tracy died, there was a weird series of events also. So Tracy made, I believe it was 3 videos, and they were each a couple fucking hours long, 2 to 3 hours. And they were exposing the underground child porn type stuff on YouTube,
Yeah.
where it's not like your classic pornography, but where they have like puppets doing really fucked up things and teaching kids to basically walk into really bad situations, and it's really messed up shit. And
Yeah.
Tracy had compiled like 9 hours of it or something, and she released it on air.
Symbolism
And
of
then-
it, the storylines, all she was just exploring it, putting it all out there. This was
Mhm.
before anyone else was
Before
talking about
Pizza
any other
Gate,
stuff.
before any of that.
Right. And I don't even think we can say that word twice that you just said. I mean,
Right.
this was the stuff that was on the definite no naughty list, like words you could not say anywhere.
So supposedly she got life threats from agencies over the whole ordeal. All of her work suddenly got pulled from all social media and YouTube and all that. All of her work just gone. And then she's dead.
Yeah. And now it's been a few years, so posts on message boards and YouTube videos and podcasts it's starting to resurface, and people are like, "Oh, I have not heard about this person," and now they're looking into it. Yeah. And we were living through it as it was happening in
Yeah.
real time.
And I was also getting weird allegations and having problems, like
Yeah.
because that guy that was tied through Greg Carwood was somehow, I don't know if he was supposed to be an agent. I don't know what the deal was, but Tracy got obviously the worst of it. I did not have videos like that. I spoke on different things, but I live a life where I'm pretty hard to sneak up on, pretty hard to have too many problems. Like you would have to be some kind of a fucking magic ninja to sneak up on my house.
Four-wheel drive.
Like
Mhm.
the army of animals that I have noticed you long before you got anywhere near here.
I gotta bounce out, fellas.
I think we do too.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a short one. I'm pretty physically whooped from a lot of work.
So 2 weeks from now, we do want to have an open panel, costumes, friends, fans of the show. Plan for that right away. Don't wait till 3 hours into it. As soon as we go live, the link will be ready, and you guys jump in, have a costume contest, hang out, chat with us, hang out with us. Be ready to do that.
We'll have some
Right?
fun.
We totally expect Tony Corleolis to show up as a slutty nurse.
Yeah, we better see you there.
What was the contest? Laura Loomer as Jigsaw is what we're looking for. Masks are acceptable. You don't have to say anything. We just want to see some great costumes and cosplay. You know,
Have fun.
have some fun with it.
Give us some shit.
Yep.
You can pretend like you're Rob Noor. Say a whole bunch of words that mean something.
Oh yeah.
Release the peacocks.
Come and debate us. Yeah, it'll be an open debate panel with silly debates.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for hanging out.
Love you guys.